Oh, baby. Coming to you live from New Richmond, Wisconsin. Football season 2025 is here. Yeah, I'm a little bit excited.
They call that a stinger.
I'm a little bit excited. They do. They call that a grand opening.
Yeah.
Is what they call that. Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross is to my right. And we are in New Richmond, Wisconsin. It is week 1 of the WIAA football season. It all ends, Dan, in a few months at Camp Randall.
In the snow.
Sometimes freezing, bitter cold. We were talking about it on the way down here. We actually had a warmer, relatively speaking, colder than today, but warmer state championship last year. So the question is, can these two teams get there? That's what we're here to find out here today. We've got the New Richmond Tigers hosting the Marshfield Tigers, and here goes the dad joke, right? The Tigers will win today.
There's a good chance. I give it like a 94% chance that Tigers win.
Well, that's a good number. Do you know why? Because a couple of years ago, we had the Stratford Tigers playing in Marshfield against the Mosney Indians, and we ended in a tie.
Yeah.
So there has to be some percent
Lightning.
left for the tie. They ended it right at the end of the third quarter, to the best of my memory. Other games live on the network tonight. Chippewa Falls is at Stevens Point. Mike Wendlandt on the call. DC Everest at Rice Lake. That's about due east from here. Maybe east-southeast if you're tracking the hurricanes. You know that lingo. Chris Conley on the call. Cadott at Augusta. That's the annual battle. Highway 29 battle there between Cadott and Augusta. Dan Lau is on the call. Hudson is at Eau Claire Memorial. Bob Bradovich is on the call in Eau Claire, a brand new football stadium at Eau Claire Memorial. Both Memorial and North now have their own
that's interesting.
Football stadiums.
Yeah, because they shared.
They shared at Carson Park for a long time, for decades.
We have memories there.
Decades. We had a lightning delay
once
upon a time.
Yeah, we didn't get out of there until like 1 a.m.
So be it. Notre Dame at Kaukauna, the Ghosts. Open their 2025 campaign at home.
That's a good game.
Justin Shizuski, J-Town on the call, with back with the Ghosts in 2025. And Pacelli Catholic is at Manawa, the Cardinals and the Wolves. And Coach Drew Nelson had a social media post today. He had they were like cartoon Cardinals, but there were like 8 of them, like surrounding a football. They look kind of cool.
Is Pacelli still 11 man? Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yep.
They are. Coach Nelson told me never. He's 11.
Die on the sword.
He's 11, or he's jumping off a cliff. Is essentially what he told me. This is the Security Health Plan Game of the Week. Security Health Plan. Promises kept plain and simple. All right, Dan, so first game. So we're here on a Thursday. We got a whole slew of games tomorrow on the network. I think 9 more coming at you tomorrow. We'll talk about those at the halftime break. But first game. So Marshfield on the road. This was a 7-6 game last year.
Marshfield.
In Marshfield.
Yeah.
New Richmond had a touchdown and an extra point. Marshfield had a defensive score, missed the extra point, and it ended like that, 7-6. But week ones, right? What are you expecting? You've coached some varsity sports before. What's the big deal about the first game of the season?
Jitters, especially for the kids that are jumping up and playing varsity for the first time or playing meaningful minutes, right? So you're talking about the sophomores who might have played a couple plays last year. They got their toes wet. Now they're juniors or maybe they're seniors now, and being able to perform at the level that they need to in order to keep their job and in order to lead your team to a win.
Here were the New Richmond Tigers last year, by the way. We just talked about that a bit. They were BRC champs.
They were so good last year.
Went to a level 3. Like, they took that 7-6 win, and they just catapulted out of Marshfield last year.
Yeah, I remember last year, New Richmond was just running through this Big Rivers Conference, and everybody thought Marshfield only lost by a point to these guys. Like, what is going on? Is Marshfield really good? And,
well, what we found out was opening round 30-10, Marshfield got
level
sent
1
home.
good.
Got sent home. Yeah, level 1 good. Division 2 level 1 was the end of it there. So yeah, go. Thank you, Trevor. You can you take that off the screen. Yeah, so we're here in New Richmond. Got a lot going on here. We have our broadcast trailer up and running. We're going to do our very best here to bring you all kinds of fancy stuff tonight. Out of the broadcast trailer. Later on, by the way, us two schmucks will get off the microphone. Gene Delisio and Dale Eucaitis will bring the play-by-play to the masses later on. But, yeah, got a bevy of cameras around the stadium, instant replay, other graphic displays coming on, all kinds of stuff with our acquisition of a broadcast trailer.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last weekend during our test run for volleyball.
Yeah.
And, again, I commend you for not just putting the same amount of effort in year after year, right? And it would be really easy because Zaleski Sports is the leader in the industry in central southern Wisconsin at this point for high school sports.
It's a correct answer.
So it would have been really easy for Zaleski Sports to just sit back and do the same thing year after year after year. That didn't happen. We are in the production trailer. There are 2, 3, 4 screens. It looks like there's about 6 motherboards in here. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate.
Maybe we should have posted to social media.
We appreciate all the kind words. We'll do a photo album later. Yeah, we'll really impress the folks with that. As we see the New Richmond cheerleaders coming onto the track, we heard them practicing before the game.
Tigers.
Yeah, well, they were cheering for the Tigers, which this is great. I can do these jokes all night about cheering for the Tigers. Here go the Marshfield Tigers into the locker room. They are off the field, into the locker room, and they are hyped up, Dan Ross.
Yeah, they are big. They got
right.
some big guys this year.
Okay, all right. Well, it's a full team. Marshfield in their road whites, so we see them leaving the field there with the team flag in tow and everything else going on. Yeah, so we're okay, so let's go back to week 1. So jitters, right? So we've got jitters. What else needs to be accomplished in a week 1 game? Win or loss? Let's maybe take that off the board. What else should somebody be wanting to accomplish in a week 1 game? Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of these games really come down to simple stuff. Making sure that the snaps are good, right? Making sure that the plays are coming in from the sideline to the quarterback. The quarterback's able to get in the huddle, give the plays, because you don't practice that a lot, right? You practice a little bit in the scrimmage, probably last weekend or whenever it was, and it's not the same. It's not the same under the lights in front of all these people here at New Richmond. A lot of people here tonight.
A lot different than practice.
Yes.
We're talking about practice. No, we're talking about a game tonight. We're talking about now a commercial break. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash. Whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Week 1 football here in New Richmond. The New Richmond Tigers and the Marshfield Tigers. Jason Zaleski here and Dan Ross. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. And today's game also presented by Grassland Butter. Find exciting and rewarding careers right now at Grassland. Head over to grassland.com and see the careers that are being offered. Find the one that fits you, and you get to make tons of money over there. You're rich beyond your wildest dreams, Napoleon.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. People much smarter than me say that New Richmond is the number 5 team in the state in Division II.
All right. Okay. This will be a good test for both teams, right? That's kind of
Yeah,
what they say.
absolutely.
But there's a reason you schedule like you do, and we see the New Richmond Tigers now begin to head off the field, make their final preparations
fans out here
for tonight's game. Well, good. They should. And there go the home Tigers in the end zone, getting all whooped up in the end zone, getting ready for tonight's game. We are 9 minutes from National Anthem, and we are just a couple of seconds from the starting defense for the New Richmond Tigers. Let's take a look at how the Tigers line up, presented by McDonald's of Marshfield, and we see the defensive starters there. Dan, I always look at the linebackers, right? Because if the defensive line does their job, they're going to hold their blocks, and that hole's going to come open at some place. And the linebackers got to fill. Got to fill that spot. That was my old spot. You got Jack, Dane, and Jamison all ready to get behind Matt, Evan, Oliver, and Adam, and get after that Marshfield running game. Out on the edges, we have Parker and Ben, and Graham and Keegan will also solidify the back end for the New Richmond Tigers. Let's take a look at Marshfield. On defense, again presented by McDonald's in Marshfield. It's right there on North Central Avenue. Everybody knows where that is.
Been there many
right?
times.
Yeah. Again, linebackers here, we take a look at that as we see some of the New Richmond fans getting all geeked up for the game, standing in front of our cameras. That's awesome. Mason, Lucas, and Wesley, right? They're going to look to fill those holes, stop the run of the New Richmond squad. Carson, Keegan, Caden, and Ethan going to do their part, right? Just engage, right? Just engage that guy in front of you. Hold your ground. I mean, maybe you get past him. That's good. That's a bonus if the defensive line can get past there. But their guys, they're trying to make room for Mason, Lucas, and Wesley to come up and do their thing.
Did you play middle or did you play left or right?
Middle.
Middle. Yeah, you look like a middle linebacker.
Thank you. But what I look stupid is what that means. Really.
No, you look good. You've lost a lot of weight. I don't think you could play middle linebacker right now.
Maybe. I don't know. I get a little winded climbing up and down the stairs in the stadiums here, though. New Richmond on offense. Nick Stelrecht. He's going to make things happen tonight. He's got Austin Wittek beside him. When they go 3 wide, Parker, Luke, and Blake are going to be the weapons of choice for Nick. And he'll be protected all night long by Matt, Adam, Mac, Drew, and Carter.
The beef.
Yeah, it's the big beef up front, right? You got the big boys here. We saw some of the places the big boys like to dine. The fast food restaurants are just around the corner from the high school here, and the other restaurants too. Yeah, for sure. So that's how the offense will line up for the New Richmond Tigers. We'll take a look at Marshfield offensively. And here's what that looks like. Trevin Fries, so quarterback, graduated last year, so looking at something new. So Trevin Fries and Hayden Carlson in the backfield for the Marshfield Tigers. And when they decide to air it out, Cam Kolstad, Landon Truby, and Jacob Sadowska going to get open for Trevin Fries in the passing attack, along with veteran McTaggart. There's some height at those wide receiver spots, Dan. That I know because we know some of those names from the basketball team.
Yep.
And we know that there's some height out there. Jack, Bob, Cooper, Grant, and Sam are going to keep Trevin protected and going to make holes for Hayden Carlson tonight. That's the plan.
Yeah, Marshfield was playing really well at the end of last year. I remember at one point they were maybe 1-4 in conference or 1-3, and they had to go on a run to make the playoffs, and they did. They were playing really good football at the end of last year. Be interesting to see how that kind of plays out at the start of this year. There's obviously some turnover in the skill positions, but yeah, I think we're going to tell probably in the first 6-7 minutes whose offensive or defensive lines are bigger and stronger and who put more time in the weight room in the offseason.
At all levels, Dan, they say the football game is won and lost in the trenches, and all levels are correct. So we take a look at some of the Marshfield fans in the bleachers across the way here as they get ready to watch their visiting Tigers here tonight. Saw old Dale walking up the bleachers before. Again, Gene and Dale on the call here tonight.
Professionals.
Way better than us, so that's why we put
better.
them on for this kind of deal here. Again, let's go over the other games on the network tonight as we get ready for kickoff. We'll have Anthem in a little bit less than 5 minutes. You see the field is empty now. We are bereft of football player. Both teams have retreated to their locker rooms, and they are hopefully getting ready, getting those last words of wisdom before they head out onto the playing surface.
While you pull this up, I want to mention something that's a little bit different this year than the past years. When we talk about playoff qualification, and that starts tonight.
It does, doesn't it?
Right, because you no longer need a winning record in your conference. I mean, it will definitely help you.
Yeah.
But every game counts this year.
Right, and every team is already slotted into their division, right? We're not creating playoff fields and then divisions and going through that mess.
That's right.
Every team already knows their division. These two already know they're in Division 2 no matter what. So that also helps, or could help, in theory, a team with a losing record because of that.
Make it in. Every game that you play, every win you get points for.
Yep.
Depending on the division, depending on how they do the rest of the season, the strength of schedule, whatever. If you're interested in looking at that, you can find stuff online about it. But yeah, I mean, it used to be that the first 2 weeks were just kind of practice weeks for the conference when it really mattered. No longer.
WIAA.org will guide you through the process on the playoff procedures and all the rules about that. Chippewa Falls at Stevens Point, Mike Wendland on the call. DC Everest at Rice Lake. Chris Conley is going to narrate for you. Yeah, I mean, Rice Lake was a state team last year, weren't they? Everest conference champs. Cadott at Augusta. Hudson at Dan Lau on the call. Hudson at Eau Claire Memorial. Bob Radovich on the call. Notre Dame at Kaukauna. J-Town, Justin Shizuski on the call there. Pacelli Catholic at Manawa. Brandon Bierenkott will guide folks through the Cardinals and Wolves action. And again, it'll be Dale and Gene guiding you through this game. Take our final commercial break. We'll be back for National Anthem right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by Security Health Plan.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
And the new Richmond Tigers are on the field. The Marshfield Tigers are on the field. We are less than 1 minute from kickoff. Again, we were right behind the Marshfield locker room here, Dan. What was the scene as the Marshfield Tigers were coming onto the field?
Yeah, there's a lot of fans really excited out here. Followed their teams in and then followed them out. Yeah.
All the moms and dads getting excited about football beginning to happen.
This
go ahead.
This could be a tough game for Marshfield, especially on the road. Be very interested in Marshfield, especially in the first quarter, the first possession or two. If they are able to move the ball on New Richmond, they're going to be in good shape tonight.
I think so, and I think we're going to find that out early. We may have mentioned that already, but I think we're going to find out real early what the rushing attack is for the new Richmond Tigers, and can Marshall do anything about it? We're going to find that out probably in that first possession.
Yeah,
I don't have any doubt about that. All right, let me take another check on Gene and Dale.
One of those stupid things for you.
And they're listening to Dennis Gadel right now. So let's do that. We'll turn it over to Gene's talk, and this was likely our football coach's preseason show that happened on Tuesday. So we'll catch that in progress, and then National Anthem and Kickoff coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Just because he's an athlete and he's a go-getter, wrestler, too. And he's already way past all the degree angles you have to be with your therapy. So a great kid, but we lost a real good D lineman there. Who else can we talk about here? That's it. Defense right there. Did line and did linebackers, did DBs, punters, kickers. We can go right there. Another beautiful thing is that big bodybuilder soccer dude. Guess what he can do? He can kick. We're lucky, so he can kick the heck out of football. He can punt also, but talking to coach, he said, we'll keep it easy, just let him focus on kicking, and we're going to let our big lineman, Jace Frick, big leg theory, Jace Frick is going to be a punter. He, stand there, punts it a mile. Really good punter, so we're going to go that way. Our snappers are Beckett McFarland, he's our safety. And our holder is Landon Truby, that dude that moved from safety or from receiver to corner. He's going to be our holder. And then kick returners, we got that running back Hayden Carlson, Jake Sadowska, and then Easton Ledden is another return man. And a punt returner, we're going to put back guys who can catch the football, so it's the Carlson and Jake Sadowska again. There's going to be our punt returners. All good hands people, and that's where we're going to hit it. That sounds like we got everybody mentioned, except the coaching staff, which is phenomenal. And the one story, one of our safeties coach got called to active duty in the National Guard, so he went overseas. And he's not been a coach this year for us, but we brought a name from 1997 state champ teams. So right now, on our staff, 1, 2, 3, 4, the whole defensive staff is all Marshfield alum football players. Every one of them except Len, state champion, which is really cool. And our whole offensive staff, 1, 2, 3, and 3 guys of us. And Coach Hartwig, Coach Brandt, and me are the only 3 non-Marshfield people on the whole staff. I'm really proud of that. Just because I've been here 30 years, so I'm a Marshfield guy too. I'm just going to call myself a Marshfield guy.
Marshfield Tiger football coach Denny Giedel with his comments to us on Tuesday evening at the WOSQ High School Football Coaches Program at Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. And more of our pregame report following these messages.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Let's bring in Doug Curtis for some comments as this season begins. Doug, good to have you back with us for Tiger football once again this season.
Thanks, Gene. Good to be back. Again, football always seems to start a little early for me, but I'm always ready for football, my favorite sport of all, despite what the Brewers are doing right now, and I love them. Yeah, Tigers have...
Bit of a control bubble there, but still it's kicking up. Line drive down the middle, and caught by a Marshfield man at the 15-yard line. He'll cross the 35, out across the 40, and good field position for Marshfield on that return. That return made by Marshfield's Josh Taylor. And the Tigers have good field position for their first series of the season. First and 10 for Marshfield. They'll spot the ball on just across the Tiger 40-yard line.
Okay. A lot of new people in the backfield for Marshfield this year. You're not going to see as many familiar faces as we have the last couple years all the way around on offense.
Trevin Fries at quarterback. He's in a pistol formation. Tigers now break into an I formation with Hayden Carlson serving as the tailback. On first down, Carlson off the right side, not much there, pulled down, but gets outside trying to gain extra yardage and actually pulled down in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss. Carlson trying to get outside, but nothing there. And dumps back at the 36-yard line, a loss of 4.
He was stopped about 1.5 yards, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, then spun around but was plainly stopped. And when New Richmond pushed him back further, well, the officials added on those yards. So it's going to be at least 4 yards for the to get to the line of scrimmage here.
2nd and 14 for the Tigers at their own 36-yard line. Josh Taylor, the fullback, lines up as a blocking back on the far side. Cam Kolstad split to the near side. Fries in the pistol. Fades to pass, tosses far sideline, caught for a short gain by Ben Jordan. He's pulled out. He may have lost another yard or 2 on that play. Now they may mark him up at the 38. So the pass play to Ben Jordan will gain 2 yards on that play. But still leave Marshfield with a 3rd and 12. Federer McTaggart playing tight end. Jacob Sadowska and Ben Jordan are the receivers. In the offensive line, Jace Frick at left tackle, Bob Shear at left guard, Cooper Berry the center, Grant Allar at right guard, Sam Granger the right tackle. 3rd and 12 Tigers at their own 38-yard line. And Fries from the pistol. Fades to pass. Throws near sideline. Has a man wide open at the 40-yard line for a short gain. That's Cam Kolstad. Dropped at the 43-yard line. He'll pick up 5 yards on that play, but still leave the Tigers well short of the first down marker. 4th and 7 Marshfield at their own 43, so it appears to be a 3 and out for the Tigers on their first possession. Jace Frick will punt for the Tigers, and Austin Whittick back in deep safety for New Richmond at his own 20-yard line. Frick averaging 31.5 yards per punt for the Tigers a year ago. Good snap. And the kick away, a line drive. It bounces inside the 25, inside the 20. And rolls dead about the 17-yard line. So New Richmond has the football at their own 17-yard line, their first possession, with 9:24 remaining in the first quarter and no score in this ballgame. Go ahead, Dale.
43-yard punt.
Key man for this New Richmond ball club is 3-year starting quarterback Nick Stilrecht, who last season passed for 1,750 yards and 22 touchdowns. He lines up in a pistol formation with Austin Whittick, the tailback, behind him. 3 receivers on the far side. Stilrecht takes the snap, hands to Whittick, off tackle across the 20, and dives out to about the 22-yard line. And pulled down there by Marshfield's Beckett McFarland.
Something you'll see different on the Marshfield defense this year is that Coach Lukey has decided to go with a 3-man front. In other words, a 52, 34, whatever you want to call it.
Second and 5 from the 22-yard line. Still to pass. Now he runs a quarterback draw, but not much there. He'll be stood up at the 22 and buried right there.
Yeah, he's going to lose yardage.
Tigers read that well. Several Tigers on that stop, led by Lucas Halen. And still back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. No gain on the play. And third down, 3rd and 5 for New Richmond at their own 22-yard line. Two receivers on either side here. Whittick in the tailback spot behind Stelrick. Now moves up even with him. Stelrick to pass the football. Looking near sideline, throws to Whittick at the 23. Sidesteps some tacklers and dives out to about the 29 and should have the first down with that pass and run. Nice nifty move by tailback Austin Whittick, evading some tacklers and gaining 7 yards on the play. 1st and 10 to Richmond from their own 29-yard line. Richmond again without a huddle. And Stelrick will hand to Whittick, a big hole to the near side, across the 35-yard line, up the sideline to the 45, and out of bounds near midfield. Nice run by Austin Whittick. They'll mark him down at the Marshfield 49-yard line. Pick up a 22 on that play. Play just underway, no score. 7:50 remaining in the opening quarter. Now they move the ball back to the New Richmond 48. So a gain of 19 on that play. 1st and 10 to Richmond from their own 48-yard line. And we have play stopped as a Tiger defensive lineman jumped into the neutral zone. Offside call coming on Marshfield. That will move the ball to the Marshfield 47.
In past years, several years, under Coach Lukey Jr., he's played a 4-man front, 2 guys over the guards, and then 2 defensive ends, but now we've got that 3-man look at the line of scrimmage with the nose tackle.
Still right hands to Whittick, straight ahead across the 45, down in the secondary. He breaks a couple of tacklers. He's at the 30, up the near sideline, the 10, and in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, ran through several tackles here at about the 40-yard line. Marshfield had players there to make the tackle, but he just ran past him. I want to say he was that powerful and ran through him, but he managed to get by.
Impressive run by Austin Whittick, goes 47 yards to cap a 5-play, 83-yard scoring drive. And Richmond has the early lead at 6-0. New Richmond now attempting to kick the PAT.
New Richmond in orange jerseys, black pants, Tigers in white jerseys tonight.
Evan Fagnan on the kick. It's up and it is good. So New Richmond on the scoreboard first tonight. 7:50 remaining in the first quarter, and our score is New Richmond 7, Marshfield nothing. We'll come back to New Richmond and more football in just a moment.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
New Richmond down the field in 5 plays. They score on their first possession to grab a 7-0 lead. Fagnan kicking off once again for New Richmond. Hayden Carlson and Jacob Sadowska back in deep safety for Marshfield. Kick is away, end over end, short kick. And it's Carlson to the near side across the 20. Trying to get outside, now turns upfield to 25 and stop there.
Tigers preferring to run their sideline return, but run it this time to the near sideline, which is where the New Richmond players and staff are. Bright sunshine tonight, not a cloud in the sky. A little muggy.
Some other games around the area this evening. Wisconsin Rapids at River Falls. Chippewa Falls at Stevens Point. DC Everest at Rice Lake. Superior at Wausau West. Eau Claire North at Menominee. And Hudson at Eau Claire Memorial. First and 10 Tigers at their own 26-yard line. Taylor and Carlson in the eye behind quarterback Trevin Fries. On first down, it's Taylor the fullback straight ahead, but not much there.
Three-man defensive front with two defensive ends, one linebacker up in the right guard gap of the Tiger defense, and he slanted and was part of that tackle.
Josh Taylor, pretty good sized guy, 5'10", 225, but went nowhere on that play. Second down, second and 10 for the Tigers. At their own 26, junior Trevin Fries, the starting quarterback in this ball game. Ben Jordan wide far side, Cam Kolstad near side. Fries in the pistol, fades to pass, takes his time, throws far side, incomplete. Was trying to hit Jacob Sadowska around the 30, but Jacob fell down and not available for that pass play. So now a third down for the Tigers, third and 10 for Marshfield at their own 26-yard line.
Little contact as Sadowska came across the formation from right to left, but it was not pass interference.
Conversion play here for Marshfield. Derek Stretch comes in as a tight end for the Tigers. Third and 9. Kolstad and Sadowska both out wide far side with Carlson, empty backfield behind Fries on this play. Fries back to pass, runs a quarterback draw. Like it's hit near the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple of yards, but taken down to the 29. Fries gains 3 yards on that play, and the second consecutive 3 and out for the Marshfield Tigers.
Well, as I look down on the field right now, New Richmond is definitely controlling the line of scrimmage. A lot of new people playing for the Tigers tonight. I'm sure some of them getting their first varsity baptism tonight and getting used to the speed of the game and the contact and so on.
Austin Whittick once again back in deep safety for New Richmond as Jace Frick punts from inside his 15-yard line.
New Richmond came close to blocking it last time.
Good snap. And Frick is going to run with the football. They can see the 25-yard line and stop right there. Jace Frick takes off and runs and actually loses 4 yards on the play.
Well, okay.
So that gives the ball back to New Richmond at the Marshfield 25-yard line. First and 10 New Richmond to the Tiger 25. 5:45 remaining in the first quarter, and New Richmond already leads 7-0.
Well, there was some open turf to this side that time at the short side of the field as Frick tried to run that direction, but he's not a speed demon, let's put it that way.
Nick Stelricht back in a quarterback for New Richmond. Austin Whittick, the tailback behind him. 3 receivers on the far side. Stelricht will roll to the far side, looking to pass the football. Flag down on the play. Stelricht takes off, gets repped up as he crosses the 25, knocked down around the 20.
Well, one of the New Richmond linemen tackled one of the defensive linemen for the tackle.
And we will have a holding call here against New Richmond.
Flag thrown about 2.5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Let's see if that's where they're going to mark it off from. Yeah, the guy from New Richmond was on top of the Marshfield player and just giving it to him. Let's put it that way.
Ball goes back to the Marshfield 39. So it's first and 24 for New Richmond at the Tiger 39-yard line. Luke Quaid going out wide to the far side. Josh DeGear on the near side. Now they're going to move the ball up.
Why?
I think they just called it the way it should be enforced.
Oh, they're going to mark it off now.
Yeah,
okay.
10-yard infraction from the line of scrimmage. So the ball goes back to the 35. And it's first and 20. First and 20 for New Richmond at the Marshfield 35-yard line. Still Rick again in the pistol. Whittick next to him. takes the snap, hands to Whittick. Gets outside, breaks a couple of tackles, and fights his way down to the 26-yard line. Went right through Easton Ledden on that play, but finally stopped by Mason Anderson at the 26. Whittick picks up 9 on that play. 2nd and 11 New Richmond at the Tiger 26-yard line.
Strong upper body on Whittick.
A big guy. He's only 6 foot 187. But you're right, Dale. Looks like he's been in the weight room a few times.
Pretty powerful. He's been running through some Marshfield tacklers, running over a couple.
Still Richt. Again, hands to Whittick. A big hole straight ahead. He breaks in the clear and goes all the way for the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. Nobody there. So just a little fullback trap or draw right up the middle, and he was wide open all the way up the middle.
2-play, 25-yard scoring drive.
Yes.
Whittick's 2nd rushing touchdown of the first quarter. And Richmond now leads 13-0. So the Richmond Tigers off to a great start tonight. Fagden again on the PAT try. Kick is on the way. It's a line drive, and it is good. Fagden boots through the PAT, and Richmond scores on their first 2 possessions in this ballgame. 4:44 remaining in the first quarter. Our score is New Richmond 14, Marshfield nothing. And more football coming up in just a moment.
Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
Nothing midway through the first quarter. Fagden kicking off once again for New Richmond. Carlson and Sadowska back in deep safety for Marshfield. Kick on the way, line drive near side. Carlson on the 10. No, that's Sadowska on the 10. Across the field, trying to get outside, but spun down shy of the 15. Jacob could not turn the corner, and he was down around the 12-yard line.
Something I remember from the 4 previous games that we played New Richmond is their quickness and their tenacity. They really run hard to the ball.
And they certainly did on that play.
Yes, they did. Right now they're controlling the line of scrimmage, too.
Tiger football on their own 13 with 4:38 remaining in the first quarter. And New Richmond on top by a score of 14-0. Trevin Fry is playing quarterback for the Tigers. Josh Taylor, Hayden Carlson in the backfield. Cam Kolstad, Jacob Sadowska, wideouts near side. Carlson straight ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, gets outside of the 20, and slips around the 25-yard line. Great effort there by Hayden Carlson. Stood up behind the line of scrimmage by a couple of New Richmond defenders, but kept fighting. Got outside and ran to about the 25-yard line, picks up 12 yards on that play.
I started to look back down on my score sheet, and I thought he was going to lose 2. And all of a sudden he comes out of the pile to the left side near the Tiger bench.
So Tigers first down of the ball game, 1st and 10 Marshfield at their own 25-yard line. Jordan wide near side, Kolstad far side. Fry to throw the football, looks at the near sideline, and caught by Ben Jordan outside the 30. Slides down around the 33. He'll be close to a first down, maybe a yard or 2 shy on that pass play. Ben Jordan makes the catch for the Tigers.
Once again, they're going to bring the ball back and mark it quite a bit short.
And maybe he trapped the ball. I think that's the call, Dale.
Incomplete, apparently.
Yeah, that's what they just ruled.
Huh. Okay.
He did go down. They have popped away from him. So incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 Tigers at their own 25. Tanner Heslip goes out wide near side. Now he moves to the far side as a blocking back. Sadowska near side. Kolstad far side. Handoff to Carlson, hit in the backfield and dropped immediately. Evan Fagnan, the place kicker, also plays defensive line, came in unblocked and knocks down Carlson back at the 24-yard line, a loss of 1. So 3rd and 11 for the Tigers at their own 24-yard line.
Marshfield Tigers have been pretty much standing up as far as their blocking goes at the offensive line right now. Now, whether that they're using some sort of zone technique or whatever, that's asking them to do that. But right now, they're getting blown back. Let's put it that way.
Jordan, Kolstad, and Carlson all wide near side on 3rd and 11. And a whistle stops play and a timeout. Timeout charge to New Richmond, their first of the first half. We have 3:09 remaining in the first half, and our score is New Richmond 14, Marshfield nothing. And more football coming up in just a moment.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
3rd and 11 for Marshfield at their own 24-yard line. Fries to pass the football. Has time. Throws deep to the near sideline. Looking for Hayden Carlson, but overthrows him at midfield. Incomplete. Fry showing a good, strong arm on that play. But threw the ball too far. Carlson could not catch up with it. So it's a 4th down now for Marshfield. 4th and 11 at their own 24-yard line. And the Tigers have to punt the ball away once again. Chase Frick tried to run the football out of punt formation. Marshfield's last possession. Segan Langenus back in deep safety for New Richmond at his 35-yard line. Good snap, but a whistle stops play before Frick can kick the ball. Procedure call coming on Marshfield.
Flag thrown on the far sideline, in front of the Tiger bench.
That brings the ball back to the 19-yard line. 4th and 16 from that spot. And Frick now kicking from his own 5-yard line.
Good snap.
Kick is away.
Takes forever.
A fair catch called for by Lankinus at the New Richmond 45-yard line. New Richmond football on their own 45 with 2:53 remaining in the first quarter. New Richmond on top 14-0. You recall Sam Logic was a Wisconsin Ms. basketball player at Racine Case back in the early 2010s, 2011. Been hired recently as an assistant in the women's basketball program at Marquette. Logic played her college basketball at Iowa and scored 1,500 points in her college basketball career. 1st and 10 for New Richmond. They have the football at their own 45-yard line. Nick Stelwart to quarterback. Austin Whittick, the tailback, next to him. Stelwart will hand to Whittick, coming to the near sideline. Gets outside, cuts back inside of the 50, and pulled down from behind by Lucas Halen.
Whittick, the ball carrier.
6 yards on that run by Whittick. 2nd and 4 for New Richmond. At the Marshfield 49, New Richmond goes without a huddle. 2 receivers on either side on this play. Whittick at that tailback spot. Stelricht next to him. Stelricht tries to hand off, but a flag down at the snap. Procedure call on New Richmond. The ball goes back now to the New Richmond 46. Sam Logic, by the way, played 10 years of pro basketball overseas. Did quite well playing in various overseas leagues, now coming back to Wisconsin to assist in the Marquette women's basketball program. New Richmond football on their own 46, second and about 8.5. Two receivers near side, one to the far side. Stilricht will throw near side, quick out on the near sideline to Blake Nilsson, up the sideline inside the Marshfield 45 to about the 42, and that should give New Richmond a first down.
At the Marshfield 42-yard line, that's a Tiger first down.
Ball's at the Marshfield 42. Gain of 12 on that play. First and 10 to Richmond at the Marshfield 42-yard line. Stilricht back in the pistol with Whittick behind him. Bad snap though, ball loose inside the 50-yard line, and the Tigers may have it. There's a big pile up inside the 50. It will be Marshfield ball. Ball grabbed by Mason Anderson. Bad snap, and Mason Anderson on the fumble recovery. So Marshfield gets the ball back on a turnover. First turnover by either ball club tonight. And now Marshfield football inside New Richmond territory. See where they mark the ball here. It looks like the 47-yard line. First and 10 Tigers at the New Richmond 47. 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. Marshfield trailing 14-0. And freshman Ethan Fumble playing quarterback. Throws deep on the far sideline. Has a man out there. The ball is caught on the far sideline by Gavin Larson, the other backup quarterback, who carries down to the New Richmond 6-yard line.
Wilhelm with a tackle.
Fimmel to Larson for 41 yards. And a first down for Marshfield at the New Richmond 6. So freshman Ethan Fimmel comes into play quarterback, and his first pass play from scrimmage in the varsity competition gains 41 yards.
Right on the money.
To the third string quarterback, Gavin Larson.
Had some good protection there too that time. A couple backs in the backfield, they stepped up and picked up whatever was coming from the middle of the line of scrimmage, so Femmel had plenty of time to get rid of that ball.
Now Fry's back into play quarterback on this play. He runs a quarterback keeper straight ahead. No, gets outside and gets in the end zone for the score. And that may have been, that was Lucas Halen, last year's backup quarterback, who came in to take the snap and ran outside for the touchdown. Lucas Halen goes 6 yards for the score. Tigers go 47 yards in 2 plays, and now trail 14-6. Lucas Halen scores for Marshfield on the 6-yard run. Aaron Ogna on the PAT try, but a flag down at the snap. So the Mason Anderson fumble recovery leads to a Tiger score, their first of this ball game. Penalty flag down on the PAT try. Ball now back at the 8-yard line. And Ogden will try once again. Landon Truby is the holder. Ball placed down. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. And Ogden kicks through the PAT. So lots of scoring here in the first quarter. We have 55 seconds remaining in the first period. Our score now is New Richmond 14, Marshfield 7. Back to New Richmond and more football in just a moment.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors.
And for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridge Top Exteriors.
Marshfield Tigers kicking off for the first time tonight. Aaron Ogna will kick it away. Austin Whittick back deep, along with Tavian Brandt. Kick by Ogna, a line drive to Brandt on the 9-yard line. Far sideline 20, across the 30-yard line, but decked right there.
Yeah, there's a good hit.
A couple of Tigers there. Looks like Mason Anderson on that stop. New Richmond football.
Mason Anderson with a tackle for Marshfield.
And they'll put the ball in play right on their own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. New Richmond on top in this ball game, 14-7. Nick Stelrecht at quarterback. Whittick the tailback. Parker Rohde goes out wide far side. Richmond now shifts. And Stelrecht will hand to Whittick, but not much there. He's pushed back for a loss. Mason Anderson on that stop, but also good penetration by Wes Nowitzki on that play. Really clogged up the interior, and Whittick had no place to go. He'll lose about a half yard on the play. 2nd and 10 to Richmond at their own 30-yard line. Clock winding down, 25 seconds left in the period. Stelrecht back in the pistol with Whittick next to him on this play. And here's Whittick again, trying to get outside for a nice gain across the 35 and dives out to near the 40-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. Might be a half yard shy. But that play will end the first quarter football here at New Richmond. Our score after one period, New Richmond 14, Marshfield 7. We'll come back to New Richmond and second quarter football following these messages.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
New Richmond football on their own 39-yard line, 3rd and 1 as we start the second quarter here at New Richmond. Nick Stowe to quarterback. Austin Whittick the tailback behind him. Stelrecht will hand to Whittick, and he's stopped behind the line. Some good penetration for the Tigers on that play. They may mark him forward to the 40, which is where he has to get to the first down. Mason Anderson in there on that stop with several other Tiger players, and they will give Whittick the first down.
40-yard line, that's a Tiger first down.
Got back to the line of scrimmage, and then about a half yard beyond. So 1st and 10 for New Richmond at their own 40. Early second quarter, New Richmond leads this ball game 14-7.
Despite the first down, actually good penetration there by the Tiger defense. Very aggressive on that play.
New Richmond lines up to receivers far side, one to the near side. Whittick, the tailback behind Stelrecht on this play. And Stelrecht back to pass. There's a quick slant. It's caught over the middle for a first down. Ball caught by Colton Gunter on a quick slant, who carries down to the Marshfield 43-yard line.
Led with the tackle for Marshfield. At the Marshfield 43-yard line, that's the Tigers.
Gain of 17 for New Richmond. 1st and 10 New Richmond at the Marshfield 43-yard line. Stillward has not had to pass the ball very much here in this ball game tonight. Lines up in the pistol once again. Takes the snap and hands to Whittick, looking to get outside of the 40-yard line. 45 at the far sideline to 30. Breaks the tackle to 20, the 10. Near the goal line, he dives forward. He's close to the goal line. They may mark him down at the 1. And now the official rules touchdown.
Oh, man. Well, what can I say? He dove, and I think he was short of the goal line, but oh well.
43-yard touchdown run for Austin Whittick. That's a 5-play, 70-yard scoring drive, and Richmond scores once again. Now they lead 20-7.
The only reason I'm saying "oh well" is that there were a lot of Richmond and New Richmond players jumping up and down, signaling touchdown, and the official was way behind the play, and he caught up and he got touchdown.
So Fagnan once again on the PAT try. That kick is up and through. And Richmond now has scored touchdowns on 3 of their first 4 possessions. 10:47 left in the first half. Our score now, New Richmond 21 and the Marshfield Tigers 7. Back to New Richmond and more football following these messages.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
So New Richmond scores on 3 of their first 4 possessions, the other one resulting in a fumble, which led to a Marshfield touchdown. New Richmond back up by 2 scores early in the second half. Fagnan once again kicking off for New Richmond. Line drive far side, picked up by Taylor at the 20-yard line, and Josh bursts across the 30 to about the 35. Marshfield again with good field position to start this next series. Marshfield Tiger football on WOSQ this evening, brought to us by McDonald's of Marshfield. You can get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in their app. Contactless order and pay, drive-through, and curbside pickup at McDonald's of Marshfield. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 35-yard line.
10:42 left in the first half.
And Richmond now leads 21-7. Ethan Fry's back in there at quarterback. On first down, he'll toss near sideline to Hayden Carlson. Makes a nice catch at the 40, up the near sideline to midfield, and out of bounds around the New Richmond 45-yard line.
Nice touch on that pass, lofting it over an outside linebacker or defensive end who is coming in from the right side, putting on pressure.
Well, Dale, looks like that play may come back. Let's hold on here.
Now what?
Now the officials are moving forward once again. Ball has not been spotted as of yet.
Oh, it was a personal foul call, I believe, on top of it. The official just gave another signal. So they marked off the yardage for the pass completion. Now there's going to be another, looks like 15 to me.
That's correct. So 20 yards on the pass play to Carlson and 15 on the penalty. And Marshfield has the football at the New Richmond 30-yard line.
Marshfield picks up a first down as a result of the planned penalty. The Tiger 30-yard line.
Fries in the empty backfield on this play. Looks to throw the football. Now takes off. Will try to run. Gets gunned down to about the 32-yard line. Fries tries to run, but loses about 2 yards on the play. Lead to a 2nd and long for Marshfield, 2nd and 12 for the Tigers at the Richmond 32-yard line. Junior Trevin Fries inherits the Marshfield quarterback spot from Chase Robinson, who last season passed for 829 yards and 8 touchdowns. Chase to play college baseball this spring at St. Mary's of Winona. Kolstad comes wide near side. Larson and Carlson both out wide far side. Fries to throw the football, being rushed, throws far side, incomplete. Bit too high for Ben Jordan, and the play well defended by Benjamin Wilhelm of New Richmond.
Fries 2 for 6 for 7 yards, but Fumble coming in throwing one pass for the Tigers, 41 yards. So the Tigers have moved the ball a little bit better here since we've started this game. Came up with a fumble recovery as well, so things turning a little bit for the Tigers.
They're now faced with 3rd down, 3rd and 12 at the New Richmond 32-yard line. Fries in the pistol once again, takes the snap. Being rushed, throws near sideline, caught by Josh Taylor, but spun down right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice defensive play by Jack Fitzgerald of New Richmond. Taylor gains 1 yard on that pass play. Josh did not have a catch for the Tigers last season. Catches 1 in this ball game. And now Marshfield faced with 4th down, 4th and 11 at the New Richmond 31. Tigers plan to go for it for, first of all, a timeout. Marshfield timeout, their first of the first half. 9:01 remaining in the second quarter, and our score is New Richmond 21, Marshfield 7. Back with more football following these messages.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
4th down play coming up for Marshfield, 4th and 11 Tigers at the New Richmond 31-yard line. And Ethan Fumble comes back in to play quarterback on this play. He'll have 3 receivers on the far side. Vitter McTaggart is the tight end on the near side. Ethan back to pass. Looking to the far side, now stops and throws towards the goal line. A man is out there, the ball is tipped up in the air, incomplete. Looking for Hayden Carlson around the 5-yard line. The ball is tipped away by a New Richmond defensive back on that play. Pass is incomplete. And New Richmond takes over on downs at their own 31-yard line.
Fumble throwing the ball well towards his receiver, but there were also 4 New Richmond players that kind of moved forward on that defense as well. So, even though it was a well-placed ball by Fumble, good recovery by a number of New Richmond players.
New Richmond football on their own 31. 8:54 left, first half. New Richmond on top, 21-7. Nick Stelrick to quarterback for New Richmond. And here's a flip forward to a New Richmond wide receiver who gets outside for about 5 yards. That ball going to Ben Hepner. And Hepner gains about 5 to the 36-yard line. And that's considered a forward pass. The ball flipped forward. So that's a forward pass, a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for New Richmond at their own 36-yard line. Hepner now out wide far side. Parker Rohde comes to the near side. Riddick the tailback behind Stelrick. Stelricht will hand the ball to Rode. He has a gap off tackle and fights his way to the 40-yard line, maybe the 41. He'll be close to first down on that play.
Yeah, last second body lean, I think. Ooh, it's going to be very close. The official on this side is already motioning first down, but no one else is.
Aaron Ogden on the stop. And now they do say first down for New Richmond.
Interesting. The official way over here on this near sideline calling the first down on a ball I thought was about a yard short, but what do I know?
First and 10 to Richmond at their own 41. They lead 21-7. 7:50 left in the first half. Stelricht from the pistol. Empty back, and also Whittick is behind him. And Whittick gets the handoff, comes near side, and breaks some tackles across the 45 to the 47-yard line. And stopped there by Wes Nowitzki. Whittick out to the 48. He gains 7 more on that play. Second and 3 New Richmond at their own 48-yard line. Tigers making some defensive personnel changes. They're moving some folks around here. Tavian Brandt now comes into play tailback on this play for New Richmond, standing next to Stelricht. And Stelricht will keep the ball himself off tackle across the 50 and down to about the Marshfield 46 and pushed back right there. Keegan Young on that stop. I'll mark him down on the 47-yard line, so Stelricht gains about 5, picks up the first down.
At the Marshfield 47-yard line.
Richmond on top, 21-7, with 6:40 remaining in the first half here at New Richmond. Austin Whittick back in to play tailback for New Richmond. Tight formation here. Wings on either side. And Whittick in the tailback spot. Stelricht with a low snap, but hands to Whittick straight ahead into the pile. Not much there. He'll cross the 45 and stop there by Keegan Young and also John Sternweiss. Only about 2 on that play for Whittick.
168 yards rushing so far, though, in 10 carries.
Good night's work.
Yep.
Second and 8 for New Richmond at the Marshfield 45-yard line. Wide out near side. Stelricht back in the pistol. Whittick next to him. Stelricht will run himself straight ahead for a big gain across the 30. He's in the clear, and Stelricht goes all the way for the touchdown. The quarterback leads. Stelricht goes 45 yards for a score. 6-play, 69-yard scoring drive, and Richmond now leads 27-7.
Some pretty good ball handling there by Stelricht. He faked a ball to a running back that was going over the top, and who was going to the left. I was kind of following that, and Marshfield Tiger player made a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Next thing I know, there goes Stelricht.
And the PAT kick by Fagnan is up and through, and so once again, New Richmond scores. We have 5:41 remaining in the first half. Our score now, New Richmond 28, Marshfield 7. Back to New Richmond and more football following these messages.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have 3 options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Evan Fagnan kicking off once again for New Richmond. Line drive. Grabbed by Sadowska at the 10-yard line, coming to the near sideline of the 15, looking for a hole, crosses the 20 up the near sideline to about the 23. And Jacob takes a hard hit from that point. Tiger football on their own 23-yard line. New Richmond now on top 28-7, 5:30 remaining before halftime. Football action tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Marquezan at Assumption, Colby at Stanley Boyd, Neilsville Granton plays at New Lisbon, Stratford at Mosinee, and Ladysmith at Edgar, all tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com, all games starting at 7 p.m. First and 10 for Marshfield at their own 23-yard line. Junior Trevin Fry is playing quarterback for the Tigers. Tailback Hayden Carlson next to him. Carlson gets the handoff, coming to the near sideline. Has an opening to the 30-yard line. Pass out of bounds right there. They make Mark Carlson down around the 29. And it looks like that will be the call. 2nd and 4 for Marshfield at their own 29-yard line. Tigers do have one touchdown tonight on a 6-yard run by Lucas Halen, last year's backup quarterback, who was playing defense primarily this year, but lined up at quarterback for that play, took the snap and ran outside for the score. Tigers short a man here, and Marshfield needs a timeout. Tigers take their second timeout of the first half. With 5:26 remaining in the first half, our score now, New Richmond 28, Marshfield 7, and more football coming up following these messages.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Marshfield football on their own 29-yard line. 2nd and 5. Hayden Carlson taking a direct snap. Hands off to Gavin Larson. Larson will throw it on the far sideline for Sadowska, and Jacob makes the catch and is tossed to the bounds inside the New Richmond 45-yard line. Some razzle-dazzle by the Tigers as backup quarterback Gavin Larson throws to Jacob Sadowska along the far sideline. Jacob makes the play and out of bounds at the New Richmond 42-yard line.
Marshfield picks up a first down at the Tiger 42-yard line.
Gain of 31 yards on that pass play. And a Tiger first down at the New Richmond 42. New Richmond leads 28-7, 5 minutes to play in the first half. Trevin Fry's back at quarterback on this play. He'll hand to Hayden Carlson, straight ahead for a nice gain, inside the 40 to about the 37. Carlson picks up 5 on that run.
Under with the initial contact, and Tigers, second down.
Second down now, 2nd and 5 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 37-yard line. New Richmond, a state quarterfinal ball club a year ago. Good ball club once again this year. Tough opener for the Marshfield Tigers. Larson and Sadowska, the wide receivers. Kolstad on the far side comes in motion. Hand off to Carlson, gets outside across the 30, and now to the bounds near the 25-yard line. Nice running once again for Hayden Carlson, who last year as a sophomore ran for 327 yards and 1 touchdown for the Marshfield Tigers. He'll pick up 11 on that play. And a Marshfield first down at the New Richmond 26-yard line. Tigers looking for their second score. Kolstad and Jordan to the near side. Larson wide far side. Taylor and Carlson in the backfield next to Fries. Driven back to pass. Looking towards the goal line. Goes far sideline for Larson, who goes up and has the ball knocked loose, incomplete.
Yeah, he had a step and a half or so on the defender, but the ball hung just enough that the Richmond safety or cornerback on that side was able to come over and knock it away.
Well defended by Benjamin Wilhelm of New Richmond. Got a hand in there. Knocked the ball away from Gavin Larson, an incomplete pass. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 26. As you're right, Dale, the Tigers moving the ball quite much better after their first couple of series. We have a timeout charge to Marshfield. By our count, this is Marshfield's final timeout of the first half. 4:04 remaining in the second quarter, and Richmond leads this ball game 28-7. Back with more football in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And it appears Hayden Carlson again will take a direct snap. And he runs the ball himself, gets outside across the 20, the 15-yard line, to the 10, stays on his feet near the goal line. He's close to the goal line and gets in for the touchdown. 26-yard rushing touchdown for Hayden Carlson. A 6-play, 77-yard scoring drive, and Marshfield now trails 28-13. Hayden Carlson with Marshfield's second rushing touchdown of the night. And now Aaron Ogna comes in to attempt to kick the PAT. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Ogna's second PAT of the evening. We have 3:56 remaining in the second quarter. New Richmond on top in this ball game, 28-14. And more football in just a moment.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
What drives you?
Lots of offense in this one tonight. We've now had 6 touchdowns in the first half and not done yet. Aaron Ogna once again kicking off for Marshfield. Austin Whittick and Ben Hepner back in deep safety for New Richmond. Ogna ready, here's the kick. High end over end kick. Whittick on the 9. Across the 15, the 20, across the 25, then a big hit at the 30, and stop right there. A big hit by Marshfield's Evan Calvary. And the New Richmond offense on the field once again.
With the tackle for Marshfield.
1st and 10 for New Richmond at their own 32-yard line. They're on top, 28-14 with 3:48 remaining in the first half. Nick Stelrecht, a 3-year starter, playing quarterback for New Richmond. Austin Whittick, the tailback, next to him. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Here's the handoff to Whittick, has a hole across the near sideline to the 40 and stop there.
Ran through a couple tackles again by the Tigers. This is a strong young man.
Gains about 8 on that play. 2nd and 2 coming up for New Richmond at their own 40-yard line. Tavian Brandt back in to play tailback as Whittick gets a break. Stillwright from the pistol. And the handoff goes to Brandt, straight ahead across the 45 to near midfield. And pulled down from behind by Mason Anderson.
Good push that time by the
Anderson with the tackle.
Richmond line. The officials
stop play because a Marshfield man, Wes Nowitzki, I think lost his helmet.
Yeah.
So he'll have to leave for at least one play. 10-yard gain for Brand, 1st and 10 to Richmond at the 50-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. New Richmond on top, 28-14. Brandt stays in the ballgame at tailback on this play. Line is down. And Stillwick wants to pass. Being rushed, gets hit and taken down back at the 43-yard line. Mason Anderson, the first man there. But joined on the sack by Carson Klum.
Second down.
Loss of 6 on the play. Tigers' first sack of the year. 2nd and 16 for New Richmond at their own 44. Stillwright on this play, hands to Whittick. Across the 50, then lost the ball, and the Tiger held it back on a fumble recovery by Jackson Anderson. Jackson Anderson on the fumble recovery. Marshfield's 2nd fumble recovery of the ball game. Mason Anderson had one earlier, and now Jackson Anderson gets one.
Couldn't catch the number, but somebody came from behind on Whittick and just kind of grabbed his ankles, and he kind of planted face forward, and the ball squirted loose.
So that gives the ball back to Marshfield at their own 42-yard line with 1:56 remaining in the first half. Marshfield trailing 28-14. By our count, Marshfield is out of timeouts, by the way. Tiger offense back on the field. Trevin Fries at quarterback. But there's a penalty flag thrown before the snap. Illegal substitution call. That's on Marshfield. And so the ball returned to the 37. 1st and 15 for Marshfield at their own 37-yard line. Tigers have to go 63 yards in 1 minute and 56 seconds with no timeouts. Trevin Fries at quarterback. Gavin Larson near side. Jordan and Kolstad wide far side. Trevin to pass the football with time. Throws deep near sideline. Overthrows Larson near midfield, incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for Larson.
2nd and 15 for Marshfield from their own 37. Clock still showing 1:51 remaining. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. With Delia Kitis, I'm Gene Delisio at New Richmond High School. Late second quarter, and New Richmond on top of this ball game, 28-14. Trevin Fries a quarterback. Hayden Carlson a tailback for Marshfield. Hayden gets the handoff, comes straight ahead, now cuts outside across the 40 to about the 44. And decked right there.
Carlson, the ball carrier.
Carlson picks up 7 on that play. Leaves Marshfield a 3rd and about 7. Once again, Marshfield out of timeouts here in the first half. We'll see if Trevin Fries puts the ball in the air here. Colson and Jordan to the far side. Larson wide near side. Fries with a pistol. Hands to Hayden Carlson. Has a seam to the 45 and dropped right there. About 1 yard for Carlson on that run. So 4th and 6 now for Marshfield at their own 45. Clock down to 50 seconds remaining before halftime. New Richmond does not appear to want to stop the clock. They do have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Jace Frick on to punt the ball for the Tigers. And now the punt team going off the field. Clock running down to 25 seconds. Vetter McTaggart now lines up in punt formation. Down to 10 seconds. And New Richmond now takes a timeout. Their second timeout of the first half. 9 seconds remaining in the first half, and New Richmond leads 28-14. For those of you listening on WOSQ this evening, please stay with us at halftime. Our special guest is the new head football coach at Stratford High School, Marshall Lehman, talking about taking over that fine program from Coach Jason Tubbs after the Tigers won 3 consecutive state championships. So Marshall Lehman joining us at halftime on WOSQ and on WOSQFM.com this evening. Just 9 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Tigers back out there. Once again, Vetter McTaggart will punt in place of Jace Frick in this situation. Nobody back, by the way, for New Richmond. Vetter takes the snap, kicks it away, a very fine kick. Bounces inside the 15 and stops around the 12. And the clock has expired, so that play will end the first half of football here at New Richmond High School. We have some 8-man football games being played tonight in the Northwoods East Conference this evening. Athens at Prentice, Hurley at Rib Lake, and Shawamigan at Phillips. Also in non-conference 11-man games tonight, Cadott at Augusta, and Pacelli plays at Manoa. Our halftime score here at New Richmond 28, Marshfield 14. We'll come back with Stratford Tiger football coach Marshall Lehman as our halftime guest following these messages.
High school sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
And back here at halftime, Jason Zaleski and Dan Ross as New Richmond leads Marshfield 28-14 in the first half. We'll get to some first half commentary here in just a moment. Marshfield has scored 2 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel touchdowns. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. Today's game also brought to us by First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield, serving anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. And Brad Cricklow and Ian Pierce, your rural mutual agents in Marshfield. They offer a full line of insurance products. Contact today for a free quote. Dan, we've seen a bit of two tails for the Marshfield Tigers. The first 2 to 3 drives, the fake punt was really
questionable,
emblematic of the first couple of drives where that was snuffed out right away by the New Richmond Tigers. But since then, Marshfield has come alive, and they've made this one interesting in the first half.
Yeah, New Richmond came out with a fire, with a vengeance right away, and punched Marshfield in the face. And credit to the Marshfield Tigers, they could have rolled over on this. It could be 35-0. It really could.
And it was headed that way, it seemed like, for a minute.
Yeah, we were thinking we were going to go home early tonight. But you know what? Marshfield's kept with what their game plan was coming in, and yeah, they fell behind. But I would say that the last more than a quarter, the Marshfield Tigers have played better. They've looked like the better football team. Yep,
especially after creating some turnovers and a couple of, like I said, punched in a couple of touchdowns. A late touchdown in the first quarter, and then one we saw on a nice diving attempt that was successful by Hayden Carlson. When you need to make an impression, the professionals at Heinzen Printing and Promotional bring your ideas to life. Call for a free quote at Heinzen Printing and Promotionals. Rice's More Than Floors of Marshfield. Stop today for quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, quality flooring. Visit the showroom. Visit the website. Give Rice's More Than Floors a call tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow. Still a business day tomorrow. Other scores from around the network: Rice Lake leads DC Everest 14-3 at the half. Stevens Point 14-7 at the half over Chippewa Falls.
Chippewa Falls kind of hanging in there a little bit.
Hanging in there.
A little unexpected, maybe.
Well, a little bit, yeah. And, Stevens Point, and we can say this every year about high school teams, whatever the team is, but Stevens Point really graduated a lot of impact players from a year ago. But they have their touchdown lead as the third quarter about to start over at Gerke Field in Stevens Point. Cadott all over Augusta, 40-0. They will have a running clock to start second half in Augusta. Eau Claire Memorial 15-9. They led 8-2 early. Safety for the Hudson Raiders, but they are behind Memorial.
That's an interesting game. Hudson was a 1 seed last year, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the first week. We don't know what these teams have, right? Hudson might have graduated everybody. Like, it's really hard to tell.
And a conference game on top of it to start the season. Big Rivers Conference battle there. Eau Claire Memorial Stadium opener.
Very rare to start with a conference game.
At the half, it's 14-14 Kaukauna and Notre Dame. That's
a big game.
Become an annual tradition for the Ghosts and the Irish. They're tied at 14. And Pacelli nudging out Manawa. Third quarter underway in Manawa. 6-0 Pacelli Cardinals. They scored early, and it stayed 6-0 from about the first drive for the Pacelli Cardinals. Manawa, again, not on the scoreboard yet.
The under's feeling pretty good on that one.
If you're so inclined. Maple Fest, September 13th and 14th. That's just in a couple of weeks in Marshfield. Shop over 125 handmade arts and crafts vendors. Check out the Kids Zone, food court, comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Merrill. It's the 33rd annual Maple Fest, September 13th and 14th in the Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Felker Brothers of Marshfield, a leading manufacturer of stainless steel products, congratulates student-athletes across Wisconsin on your accomplishments both on and off the courts and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. So 7 games here on Zaleski Sports to start our season. I read through the scores. I mean, except for Cadott and Augusta, everybody is right where they want to be, or at least they think they're in striking distance of each other.
Better than usual.
A lot better than usual, especially for week one. Let's talk about our first half, our player of the half for New Richmond, and that's Austin Wittek. Had a pair of touchdowns. He'd been running wild, Dan, on the Marshfield Tigers all evening here. He did have that fumble just before halftime, but other than that, Austin Wittek has not been answered.
Yeah, and I would say that New Richmond's skill players probably a step or two quicker, step or two better than Marshfield at the same positions. Really impressive. We were down on the field. I just saw us in our yellow shirts down on the field, and he's faster in person than what he is on the camera. He's tough to tackle. super quick.
Yeah, fast dude. Here we had one that we thought probably gets called back if it's NFL. But to the naked eye, and our back judge will probably watch this back. He'll probably wish he was a little deeper than he was at the 5-yard line when that went in. But Wittek with the pair of touchdowns. Player of the half for the New Richmond Tigers. Time to get your pool ready for the summer. Still time left, right? I think so. Contact Rigel Plumbing and Heating in Marshfield, your local BioGuard dealer for products and expertise to do it right. And Mondays, that's just around the corner. You know, some people get worried about Monday. Not here. Mondays were made for Mac. Get to Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield for Mac Mondays and try the delicious Mac options. A whole menu of options at Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. Hurry in and find your new favorite. It's a great place for fish fry tomorrow night, and they play the games over at Nuts Deep, so you won't have to miss anything here at Zaleski Sports. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. As we take a look at our player of the half for Marshfield, and that, of course, is Hayden Carlson. Carlson with a pair of touchdowns. And Carlson, Dan, has run tough all day long for Marshfield.
Yeah, and this is the direct snap going off right tackle, and just a poor tackling performance on this particular play for New Richmond. And when we were down in the field, we were talking to some of the, parents or people associated with the program.
Just guys hanging around the sideline.
Yeah, that are from New Richmond, and they said that their defense, they don't know what they have yet.
Young defense, right?
Very young defense. They have a sophomore who's not playing because he got in some trouble. I think he was late for practice or something, so he has a penalty. But he'll be playing in the second half, and New Richmond might need it. This game looked like it was going to be a laugher. It really did.
Yeah.
Especially the first 2-3 drives, because it was just...
It was 14-0 halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, Marshfield on their heels, and New Richmond just running it down Marshfield's throats. And you know what? Kudos to Marshfield. They got punched in the face. They started punching back, and they looked like the better team.
Dan, I want to talk about something special here, I think anyway, and it's shedsdelivered.com. They're your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and here's the big one for me, hunting blinds, right? People maybe not know this, but archery season is just a few weeks away.
It is.
Which I'm getting ready for. I've already kind of scoped out my meat hunt and checking out my antler hunt for the year. So shedsdelivered.com will get the hunting blind for you and get it delivered. You can see the display lots, Marshfield, Medford, Wisconsin Rapids, and more at shedsdelivered.com. And our game day sponsor today is Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact Next Step Prosthetics. Today, games underway in the second half across the network as I take a look around. Memorial and Hudson ready to hit the field. Cadott and Augusta, again, they've got running clock. Their second half is just about to start, 40-0. Cadott all over Augusta. That's I don't know the highway that connects those two towns, but it's one of those highway battles, right? And they're about 10 miles apart, the two there.
That'll be the first game done tonight.
Well, with the running clock, no doubt about that, right? Mentioned Kaukauna and Notre Dame tied at 14, underway, and I'll venture to say somewhat deep in the third quarter already. Pacelli leads Manawa 6-0 into the third quarter.
Maybe that's the first game done. I don't know.
Well, that'll be the competition.
Yeah.
Because both Manawa and Pacelli must be ground and pound, and the clock just runs anyway, which is one way to do it.
Back when we were doing the Red Zone channel, we would be doing this exact same thing and going game to game.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, we always wanted to put the poll up about which game would be done first.
Well, the Red Zone channel and tonight's Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan promises kept plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org. If you're an employer, get your employees the best quality health care with Security Health Plan. What else we have here? How about Sternweiss & Sons? Ready Mix, block plant in Marshfield, hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. You get to be home every night, work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. And BBD Sports Shop, your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors. Shop 2 locations, Cadott and Abbotsford, and online at BigBearDown.com.
The mosquitoes are fierce here.
Well, We're in the broadcast trailer. It's a great look at the concession stand there. Nice job. By the way, Trevor and Ryan doing all the hard work. It was a reported 90 degrees in the broadcast trailer earlier today. It's down to 77 in the trailer right now and dropping.
It was just 84 when we started, although they opened the back hatch.
Well, that's what you do. Back in the day when you had the outhouse and you had the hatch on the back of your overalls, you just drop the hatch, and then things got a little cooler back there for you. That's kind of what we do around here, too. Marshfield's still in the locker room behind us, Dan?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're about ready to come out.
So Marshfield's still in the locker room, and we will – what else do we want to talk about? I'm going to look up tomorrow's games. Any other thoughts, Dan, on what we have to look forward to in the second half of New Richmond and Marshfield?
Yeah, so who gets the ball first? Who kicked?
Marshfield received.
Okay, so
yes, they did. So Marshfield will kick.
Okay, so New Richmond will get the ball. Marshfield already has a fake punt. Maybe there's an onside kick in there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, Marshfield needs to continue to capitalize on the momentum that they earned here in the second quarter. It really feels like New Richmond is going to take care of business here in the second half, but they're also a young team apparently. So yeah, I mean it's still anyone's game. New Richmond with a 14-point lead. Marshfield couldn't do anything right before the half. They had the ball with a minute and a half left. They couldn't do too much with it. If they would have scored to make it a one-score game, I think it changes the complexion of the game a little bit. But again, Marshfield, the last 12, 15 minutes of game time, they were the better team than New Richmond was.
Okay, well, that's what we have to look forward to come second halftime. We hear the Marshfield Tigers coming onto the field behind us. And as they are, we'll tell you about tomorrow's games. It's St. Mary Catholic at Amherst.
Do you think we could talk to a coach? Marcus
at Assumption. Ladysmith at Edgar, Stratford at Mosinee, Neilsville Granton at New Lisbon. That's a game I'll be at tomorrow. Green Bay Preble at Oshkosh West, Colby at Stanley Boyd, Wapaka at Wrightstown, and Franklin at Catholic Memorial. They're playing that one at Carroll University. Huge game in the Milwaukee Metro right off the bat tomorrow night. And they've actually got a special start time, 7:15, allowing us extra pregame and extra commercial spins down at Carroll University. Again, that's Franklin and Catholic Memorial. You heard Dan say, wow, that's the click to pick if you're looking at the 7 or 9 games tomorrow night here on Zaleski Sports.
And last year we were up in Ladysmith for the Edgar game, and Ladysmith should have probably won that game. And I wonder
had every chance.
Yeah, I wonder how different the seasons turn out that if Ladysmith wins that game, right? Because maybe Edgar's not a 1 seed.
Probably not.
Right? And maybe Ladysmith has a little bit of an easier path. And they were a good team last year. They're going to come into Edgar, and they're going to be hungry because they let that one go.
All right, well, we will take our commercial break now. It'll be Dale and Jean, second half. It's our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Ethan won the Wisconsin Valley Conference Indoor Championship in the shot put each of the last 2 seasons. Also earned second place in both the shot put and the discus at the conference outdoor meet last spring. Ethan then moved on to the WIAA Division I state meet, where he finished 14th in both the shot put and discus in the spring of 2024. Once again, Marshfield's Ethan Connect, former football, basketball, and track and field standout, to compete in track and field this year at UW La Crosse. Once again, our halftime score here at New Richmond 28, Marshfield Tigers 14. And back with the second half of football from New Richmond in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you by Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
In bicycles, skis, snowshoes, swimming, skateboards, and even disc golf stuff. They have premium bikes, gear, and apparel in stock. In fact, they are Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike store. Don't forget to shop the large variety of e-bikes, too. The Sports Den, South Central Avenue, Marshfield, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. The Sports Den, bike, board, ski, explore.
Marshfield and New Richmond tonight, high school football from New Richmond. Each team called the Tigers, by the way. The New Richmond Tigers on top here at halftime, 28-14. They'll receive the football to start the second half of action. Deliakitis, any quick words you have on the first half of football tonight?
Well, yardage, New Richmond has 234 yards rushing in 19 attempts, 41 yards passing. They have a total of 275 yards of total offense. Leading ground gainer for New Richmond is Whittick with 176 yards in the first half. Marshfield quickly, 145 yards, 66 rushing, 58 of those by Hayden Carlson. Passing, Marshfield 79 yards. A big one thrown by Fumble in the ball game, the freshman, for 41 yards in this ball game. So 145 yards total offense for Marshfield in the first half.
And Marshfield will kick off to start the second half of action. Aaron Ogden kicking off. Kicking from right to left here at New Richmond. Kick is away, a long end-over end kick, and Whittick all the way back to the goal line. To the 10, 15-yard line, breaks a couple of tackles and fights his way to the 20. So New Richmond puts the ball in play from their own 20-yard line. They lead 28-14 as we start the third quarter here at New Richmond. Once again, the New Richmond Tigers quarterbacked by senior Nick Stelricht, a 3-year starter. Twice last year he passed for more than 200 yards in a ball game, including 251 and 4 touchdowns in one contest against Superior.
Novitsky with the tackle that time, Gene, on that kickoff.
New Richmond football on their own 20-yard line. Whittick, the tailback, next to Stelricht on display. Stelricht in the pistol formation. Gets the snap. And hands to Whittick off tackle. No, Stelricht keeping the ball himself around end and carries across the 35-yard line. We saw Stelricht run for a long touchdown in the first half. He keeps the ball here on this play and gains about 17 yards out to the 37-yard line. So a first down for New Richmond just across their own 37-yard line. Stelricht, 6'5", 221 senior, a 3-year starter here at New Richmond. Checking with the sidelines for a play. Stays in the pistol formation. Gets the snap. And keeps the ball himself again. Gets outside across the 40 to the 44-yard line. And stopped there by Easton Ledden, a Tiger free safety.
Second down.
Stelricht carries for about 7 more on that play. 2nd and 3, New Richmond, just shy of their own 45-yard line. The Richmond Tigers are the football champions of the Big Rivers Conference a year ago. Once again, Stelricht in the pistol, Whittick behind him. Stelricht gets the snap, gives to Whittick off tackle, He gets swarmed under there with the line of scrimmage and no gain on that play.
Nice tackle there.
Halen and Ledden come on that tackle. No gain for Whittick on that play. One of the few times he's been held in check tonight. Third down, 3rd and 3 for New Richmond, just shy of their own 45-yard line. Stoller checks with the sidelines for play. Has two wings on the near side. Now the New Richmond Ball Club shifts. Stoller grabs the snap. Whittick straight ahead and now hits Stoller, who takes it outside himself, crossing the 50-yard line for the first down. Again, Stoller keeps the ball on the ground, gets outside for a nice gain. It's a New Richmond first down. He's marked out of bounds at the Marshfield 41. 15 yards on that run for Stelrecht. 1st and 10 to Richmond at the Marshfield 40. 9:55 remaining, 3rd quarter. New Richmond leads 28-14. Stelrecht in the pistol. Wide out near side. Whittick, the tailback behind him. On the snap, it's Whittick in the backfield and drags a tackler with him across the 40 for about 2 yards. Hit quickly on that play by Lucas Halen. Then Nowitzki wraps him up with the 38. It's a gain of 2 for Halen, for Whittick on that play. 2nd and 8 New Richmond at the Marshfield 48-yard line. Carter Comroe lines up. He's a wing on the far side. Whittick remains the tailback, standing next to Stelrecht on this play. 2nd and 8 from the 38-yard line. Stelrecht grabs the snap. Looks to pass far sideline. Ball's batted up in the air, incomplete. Nice play by linebacker Mason Anderson. Got his hands up and knocked that ball down on a quick pass to the outside.
It's a good thing he did because they had a receiver wide open in the flats on the left side.
So a good job there by Mason Anderson, who has 1 fumble recovery already tonight. 3rd and 8 for New Richmond at the Marshfield 38-yard line. Could be 4 down territory for New Richmond. They've not punted yet tonight. Stelrecht stays in the pistol. 3 receivers bunched on the near side, 1 to the far side. And Stelrecht will hand to Whittick, gets outside, cuts back inside to about the 34-yard line, and dropped there by Halen and Wes Nowitzki. Whittick is shy of the first down by about 4 yards. So the first 4th down play for New Richmond tonight. 4th and 4 New Richmond at the Marshfield 34-yard line. Marshfield defense digging in. 2 receivers out wide far side, 1 to the near side. Whittick now comes in motion. He'll end up near side as well. Empty backfield. Stelrecht back to pass. Throws across the middle and knocked away. Incomplete. Mason Anderson gets that ball knocked down. Incomplete pass. And Marshfield takes over on downs. First time that's happened tonight.
Allen with the defense. Marshfield will take over on down.
Marshfield football on their own 34-yard line. 8:17 remaining, 3rd quarter. And Richmond leads this ball game 28-14. Junior Trevin Fries quarterbacking the Tiger football team most of the night. Although not on this play. Yes, he is out there. Taylor and Carlson, the running backs next to him. Gavin Larson wide near side. High snap. Ball goes to Carlson straight ahead across the 40 to the 41. Or to the 36 rather. 2 yards for Hayden Carlson on that run. 2nd and 8 coming up for Marshfield at their own 36-yard line.
60 yards now for Carlson in 9 carries.
His season best a year ago was 64 in the ballgame against D.C. Everest. 2nd and 8 Tigers at their own 36. Sadowska out to the far side. Kolstead split near side. Fries from the pistol. Back to pass the football. Throws far sideline on a slant. And in close quarters, the ball caught by Sadowska. But he came down without the football, incomplete. Looks like Jacob may have had the ball momentarily, but popped away, incomplete pass.
Camera with the defense, third down.
3rd and 8 coming up for Marshfield now at their own 36.
Fries is 2 of 9 for 7 yards.
Tough start for Trevin, making his first varsity appearance in this ball game. Chase Robinson played quarterback much of last season with Lucas Hanlon, the backup. Gavin Larson wide near side, 2 receivers far side. Larson goes in motion, gets the snap, rolls far side, and runs the ball across the 40 to near the 45-yard line. A little jet sweep by Gavin Larson. He'll be close to the first down on this play. We'll see where the ball is spotted. Looks like the 43, so 7 yards for Larson on that run. Leaves Marshfield a 4th and 1. 4th and 1 Marshfield at their own 43. It appears Marshfield will go for it. Quarterback Trevin Fries back out there. He's under center. Taylor and Carlson in the eye on 4th and 1. And Fries himself straight ahead, but is pushed back, and he won't get there. Fries pushed back to the 41-yard line. He loses 2. And Richmond takes over on downs.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a quarterback sneak or if there was just a missed handoff, but it was just a very awkward-looking play with Fries starting forward, but then coming backwards out of that with New Richmond players hanging on.
So New Richmond has good field position here, Dale. 1st and 10 New Richmond at the Marshfield 41. They lead 28-14, 7:18 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Nick Stilricht out there, a quarterback for New Richmond. Austin Whittick, the tailback, next to him. Short field here for New Richmond. Stilricht in the pistol. Takes the snap and runs himself straight ahead across the 35 to about the 32, upended there by Beckett McFarland.
Still right, the ball carrier. McFarland with the tackle.
Stilricht to the 32, gains 9 on that play. 2nd and 1 now for New Richmond at the Marshfield 32. Each team losing the ball on downs to start the second half tonight. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Whittick, the tailback, next to the quarterback. Stelrick now gets set. And hands to Whittick once again. He dives forward to the 30. Won't get very far, but that is enough for the first down.
Whittick, the ball carrier.
Stop there by John Sternweiss. But a 2-yard gain gives New Richmond the first down at the Marshfield 30.
And 188 yards rushing for Whittick.
Big night for that young man.
15 carries. Strong runner.
Halfway through the 3rd quarter, New Richmond on top of this ball game, 28-14.
Carlson for Marshfield has shown some good physical play too, carrying the ball.
Yes, he certainly has. Stelrick back in the pistol. Whittick stays next to him. And Stelrick rolls near side, wants to pass the ball, dumps it off near side. And the ball caught by Combo, who carries on the near sideline to the 20-yard line. Carter Combo makes the catch for New Richmond. And brings the ball back to the right on the 20, pick up a 10 on that play. And a first down for New Richmond. And the New Richmond ball cleared in scoring range once again. 1st and 10 New Richmond, just inside the Marshfield 20-yard line. Stelrick back in the pistol once again, with Whittick next to him. Gets the snap. Whittick straight ahead, a big hole, and he'll dive down to about the 10-yard line. Whittick showing some very good quickness on that play. Got through that hole very quickly.
With a tackle. Second down.
And he runs down to the 10, 2nd and 1 coming up for New Richmond, just outside the Marshfield 10-yard line. New Richmond primarily on the ground tonight. Winnick has run the ball quite well, as has Stelrick when needed. 2nd and 1 New Richmond from the Marshfield 10. And Winnick again off tackle inside the 10, down to near the 5-yard line. And pushed down right there, Beckett McFarland on that stop for Marshfield.
Eigner with a tackle.
Winnick picks up 5 more.
Marshfield, 5-yard line.
And a 1st and goal for New Richmond at the Marshfield 5-yard line. New Richmond threatening another score here midway through the 3rd quarter. Once again, Stelrick and Winnick in the backfield. Stelrick gets the snap. Hands to Winnick off tackle, making a couple of tackles. Falls forward about the 3.
Winnick, the ball carrier, the with a tackle. Second down.
2nd and goal, New Richmond at the Marshfield 3-yard line. New Richmond taking up a lot of clock time tonight. They've not passed the ball very much. Haven't had to.
7 times.
Yep. Kept the ball primarily on the ground this evening with Winnick and Stelrick. Stelrick back in the pistol once again. Hands the ball to Winnick into the pile, and he fights his way towards the goal line, gets in for the touchdown. Austin Winnick scores again for New Richmond to cap a 7-play, 41-yard scoring drive, and New Richmond now leads 34-14. Four rushing touchdowns for Austin Winnick tonight. PAT try on the way. That kick is up and through by Evan Fagnan. And Richmond adds to their lead. 3:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter now. Our score, New Richmond 35, Marshfield Tigers 14. Coming back for more football following these messages.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
New Richmond has been tough to stop tonight. They now lead 35-14, 3:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter here at New Richmond. Kickoff on the way, line drive far side, and snared by Jacob Sadowska. At the 10, coming to the near sideline across the 20 to the 23-yard line.
He got buried by about 3 Richmond coverage people.
Marshall puts the ball in play at their own 23-yard line. Tigers now trail 35-14 with 3:23 left in the 3rd quarter. High school football on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Brought to us by Culver's on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. A family favorite restaurant known for made fresh butter burgers, frozen custard, and Wisconsin cheese curds. Culver's in Marshfield. 1st and 10 Marshfield at their own 23-yard line. Trevin Fries back out there to play quarterback. Empty backfield on this play. Takes the snap and wants to run the quarterback draw. Spins to the outside and might get back to the line of scrimmage. And he's dropped right there. Elijah Lockwood makes the tackle for New Richmond at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Fries. 2nd and 10 Marshfield at their own 23-yard line.
I have Fries attempting to run 3 times tonight for a -1 yard.
Tough night for Trevin. Coach Guido does like to have running quarterbacks. So you may see him try to run Trevin throughout the year. 2nd and 10, Marshfield at their own 23.
Thursday at 10 a.m. on Friday.
And the freshman Ethan Fumble back in to play quarterback on this play. He hands to Carlson after colliding with him. Hayden gets outside across the 25 and pushed down around the 29-yard line.
Nice hard run. That's one of the positives tonight for the Tigers.
Hayden Carlson about 6 yards on that carry to the 29-yard line. Leaves Marshfield a 3rd and 4 at their own 29. Carlson last year ran for 23 yards and 2 carries in the first game with New Richmond, but did not have an attempt in the second contest.
Richmond hosts a multi-team event at the Lynch Scores.
It's a 3rd and 4 for Marshfield at their own 29. Fries back in to play quarterback. Carlson the tailback next to him. So that is Fumble playing quarterback. He's going to throw and completes the pass along the far sideline to Ben Jordan. Jordan wide open, makes a nice catch at the 40. Gets upfield for about 4 more yards and a Tiger first down.
I tell you what, Fumble just threw a bullet to the outside. He's got a good arm.
That play gains 15. A first down for Marshfield at their own 44-yard line.
Who was the receiver, please?
That was Ben Jordan making that catch.
Thank you.
Tigers senior, 2:10 remaining, 3rd quarter. New Richmond leads this ball game 35-14. Fumble stays in there at quarterback. Carlson next to him. And Carlson straight ahead for a nice game to midfield inside New Richmond territory. And pushed back at the New Richmond 49. Good solid run there for Hayden Carlson. He'll pick up 7 more on that play.
He's got 72 and 12 carries.
That is a career high for Hayden Carlson.
6-yard average, not too shabby.
Marshfield looking at second, about 2.5, just inside the New Richmond 49-yard line. Sadowska, near side. Kolstad joins him out here. Fumble again to pass the football. Pass time, throws deep to the near sideline for Sadowska, but overthrows him at the 10-yard line, incomplete. Cam Kolstad also in that area as well. And Fumble tried to basically put the ball between them. Incomplete pass. Now 3rd and 3 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 49-yard line.
What was his brother's name? Was it Jason?
There was a Jason. I think it was Trevor.
Trevor, yeah. Finding out at our football meeting the other night, our football show, that he played most of a season with a broken hand.
That's right. Didn't
tell anybody.
Had a great senior year. Was a great runner. Great quarterback for Marshfield. High backfield here on 3rd and 3. And Fumble gives to Carlson. Gets outside for the first down and more across the 40. And pushed down around the New Richmond 39-yard line.
He runs tough. I really like the way he's got strong legs, good upper body build.
Nice run for Hayden Carlson. Picks up 11 on that play.
He's got 83 now tonight.
Good job by Hayden. 1st and 10 Marshfield at the New Richmond 38-yard line. Final minute, 3rd quarter. New Richmond leads 35-14. Marshfield stays in the eye here with Fumble under center. And Fumble rolls near side, turns and throws on the run down the near sideline, incomplete. Looking for Cam Kolstad on the near sideline, threw it too short, incomplete. 2nd and 10 Tigers at the Richmond 38-yard line.
Bootleg pass that time to this near sideline with Fumble rolling out. Again, he's got a strong arm, maybe a little too strong on that one. Again, he had a defensive player, though, right behind his receiver, and I'm sure he didn't want to just loft one up there either.
Harlan Meisner now comes into the ballgame for Marshfield. He's a slot receiver on the far side. Fumble back to pass. Good time, throws deep along the near sideline, a couple of men out there, and splits them incomplete at the 5-yard line.
And we have a penalty in the backfield.
Meisner and Larson both out there along the near sideline, or far sideline rather. I have to check and see if I can find out the last Marshfield Tiger freshman to play quarterback for Marshfield varsity. Might go back a few years. Ball being placed back at the 47. So it looks like a holding call on Marshfield. Second and 19 for the Tigers at the Richmond 47. Fumble again, back to pass the football. Throws far sideline, caught at the 35-yard line, down to about the 31. Nice sideline catch there. Yeah, that was Cam Colstead on that catch. Colstead had 8 catches for Marshfield last year.
Third down.
And that play gained 16. So a third and about 3 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 31-yard line. Final seconds of the third quarter here at New Richmond. Tigers line up. Fumble stays in there, quarterback. Gets a low snap, fades to pass, gets hit, now takes off himself, runs across the 30, has less room, 25 to the 20-yard line, 15 to the 10, out of bounds around the 8-yard line.
Showing some really good wheels there. I thought he was going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. He was heading that direction, and a couple of orange jerseys chasing him, but then he goes, nah, I think I'll go a little further. Nice job.
Yeah, Ethan Fumble runs for 22 yards. And the Marshfield first down at the New Richmond 9 with just 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, we're seeing the future of Marshfield quarterbacking for the next few years here.
Taylor and Carlson line up in the eye behind Fumble on this play. First and goal from the 9. Fumble, however, fumbles the snap. There's a big pileup. The officials step in. No word yes, as of yet. And the officials say it's Marshfield ball. Fumble got his own fumble.
Yeah, he pulled out from center just a little early that time. He has been back there in the gun, so, you know, again.
And that play will end the third quarter here at New Richmond. Our third quarter score is New Richmond 35, Marshfield 14. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Third generation, locally owned and operated family business, Sternweiss & Sons strives to bring you superior products and their years of experience. Sternweiss & Sons has 2 locations to serve you, the ready-mix concrete plant off County Highway H just west of Marshfield, and the block plant in Marshfield at 400 East Arnold with masonry needs, plus landscape, chimney, fireplace, brick, stone, and tile. Sternweiss & Sons, Marshfield, you can count on them.
Marshfield Tigers looking for a score here as we start the fourth quarter. Second and goal, Marshfield, just inside the New Richmond 10-yard line. Fumble from the pistol. Gives to Carlson, straight ahead to about the 6, and run down right there.
Carlson, the ball carrier.
Carlson gets about 3 on that play.
Yeah, kind of an awkward exchange on that one.
Under with the tackle.
This is the 12th play in this drive, a long drive here for Marshfield. Primarily on the ground, 2 pass completions plus 1 incompletion in this series. Third and goal, Tigers at the New Richmond 6-yard line. Carlson next to Femmel in the backfield. Larson wing on the near side. Femmel to throw, tosses near side to Larson at the 5-yard line, dragged down right there. Nice open field tackle by Jamison Unger of New Richmond.
Unger with the tackle.
And Larson stopped for virtually no gain. So it's a 4th and goal situation for Marshfield. Tigers changing some personnel. Aaron Ogna is on the field. Looks like he will attempt a field goal. Ball's on the near hash mark. Landon Truby, the holder, to put the ball down on the 14, a 24-yard field goal try by Aaron Ogna. Snap back. Kick is on the way, and the kick is up, and it is good. So Marshfield on the scoreboard here early in the 4th quarter. 10:26 remaining in the 4th quarter. Our score now, New Richmond 35 and Marshfield 17. We'll return to New Richmond and more football following these messages.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Scoring tonight, Marshfield now down 35-17, still early in the 4th quarter here at New Richmond.
You know, fans out there might ask, well, why are you only kicking a field goal? Why aren't you going for the touchdown there? Well, you know, it's a non-conference game. You've got new players at a lot of positions. Go ahead, Gene.
Here's a long kickoff by Ogna. And Wheatek back at the 5. Circles, comes back near side 15, across the 20, across the 30-yard line. Still on his feet, spins way at the 40-yard line, and cut down around the 44.
Very nice, run by that young man. So you're in a situation where, you're down by a bunch of points. You're probably not going to... It's tough to come back 18 points down with it. That includes the good field goal. But you're also looking at players. You're looking at people who haven't been in those situations in previous years, previous games. And so that's part of what's going on here tonight.
Might as well take some points when they're available. Good return by Wheatek, and New Richmond has the football on their own 45-yard line. Early 4th quarter, New Richmond leads Marshfield 35-17.
Ogna, by the way, looks like he's got a really strong leg.
Certainly does. Nick Stillwich, a quarterback for New Richmond. Might be Brandt at tailback. Would have maybe been shaken up on that return. Handoff goes to Brandt, straight ahead for about 2 or 3 yards. Davian Brandt to the 47, gains 2. 2nd and 8, New Richmond at their own 47-yard line. New Richmond primarily has rushed the football tonight. And in this situation, in no hurry to put the ball in the air. Brand stays in the ball game as the tailback. 2nd and 8 for New Richmond at their own 47. Stelvert again from the pistol. Good snap. Throws quickly to the far sideline. And caught along the far sideline by Carter Conroy, who carries it down inside the Marshfield 35-yard line. Quick out pass to Conroy, and he runs it down to about the 37. Gain of 16 on that play. Now they'll mark the ball at the 35. 1st and 10 to Richmond at the Marshfield 35. 9:23 left. Richmond leads 35-17. From the pistol set once again. Stelricht will hand the ball to Brandt. He's arm tackle, gets away, spins outside for a nice gain across the 20, 15, the 10-yard line, gets back inside again, and scores. Tavian Brandt, 35 yards on the score to cap a 3-play, 55-yard scoring drive. And Richmond now on top, 41-17.
Another play that probably should have gone for 5 or 6 yards. There were several players in Marshfield that had their chance, but arm tackles didn't wrap up, and Brandt with a nice run.
Did a good job on that play. Fagner now comes back in to attempt to kick the PAT. Kick is on the way, a low line drive, it gets through, and the kick is good. We now have 9:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our score is New Richmond 42, Marshfield 17. We'll return to New Richmond and more football following these messages.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
New Richmond hard to stop tonight. They now lead 42-17 early in the fourth quarter. Fagner kicking off for New Richmond. Line drive near sideline, bounces by Carlson. Picked up by Hayden back at the 5, circles back to the 10-yard line, and carries out to about the 13, then breaks a couple of tackles, and gets out to near the 20.
Carlson with return of Abbott's kick.
Marshfield football at their own 20-yard line. 9:03 remaining in regulation time. New Richmond leads 42-17. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. With Delia Kaitis, I'm Gene DeLisio at New Richmond this evening. First and 10 Marshfield at their own 20-yard line. Fries back into play quarterback. Looks near sideline, caught by Sadowska. Circles back and takes a hard hit at about the 22 and stop right there.
Wow, almost looked like a horse collar, but there's an official. Whoop, now there's a penalty flag thrown real late in the backfield. I don't know what's going on back there.
Yeah, that pass by to Sadowska gains about 3 yards. And then well after the play.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike offense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike defense.
Unsportsmanlike calls against each team, so they offset. 2nd and 7 Marshfield at their own 23-yard line. We've seen Trevin Fries play quarterback much of the night for Marshfield. Although freshman Ethan Fumbles has had his share of chances as well, has done well. Fries in their quarterback right now, joined by Ben Jordan, who comes back in the ball game to play a receiver spot. 2nd and 7 Marshfield at their own 23. Fries from the pistol, Harlan Meisner, now in the ball game at tailback. Fries to pass the football. Steps up, throws deep on the near sideline, and Larson behind the defense, but can't make the play on the sideline. Tried an over-the-shoulder catch along the sideline. Tried to make that tough catch and stay in bounds at the same time. And the pass falls incomplete. Meanwhile, play is stopped because a New Richmond man is down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that ball, even if it had been caught, was thrown, I'd say 2 yards out of bounds. So it was really no chance that the receiver was going to get to it.
The Richmond man down around the 15-yard line. We may have a cramp situation here. Trainer is out attending to that ball player. High school non-conference football around Central Wisconsin tomorrow night. Spencer Columbus at Auburndale. Stratford plays at Mosinee tomorrow evening. Also on Friday night, Marathon at Pittsville. Lower Greenwood visits Abbotsford. Ladysmith at Edgar. Colby at Stanley Boyd. Neilsville Granton visits New Lisbon. That broadcast begins tomorrow at 6:45 on 92.7 FM WPKG. Also tomorrow, Marquezine at Assumption. Wausau East at Westby. Holman plays at Medford. Osceola at Merrill. Rhinelander at Ashland. Crandon visits Tomahawk. Antigo's at Northern Pines, and Lakeland at Hayward in high school football action tomorrow evening. Still have an injured New Richmond man down.
You know, Denny Gadel talked to us on your football evening, the show the other night, and you could just see the look in his face. He goes, gosh, I've never thought about the possibility of that I might be starting or playing a freshman quarterback on the varsity. But he also had a little twinkle in his eye as he said that. And Ethan is a very well-rounded athlete, and he didn't, so far, it hasn't looked like he's been shook up out there by the opportunity to get out there and play. Certainly has a very good arm. So I don't know. You know, Fries has played well. He's tried hard tonight out there throwing the football, but he's been under some pressure as well.
Injured man was Evan Fagnan. He walks off the field under his own power. 3rd and 8 Tigers at their own 23. Fries to pass the football. Gets away, starts to run. Gets hit around the 25-yard line. Stop right there. Nice one-on-one tackle by Jackson Schrader of New Richmond. Done a big gain. Fries gets about 2. But stop well short of the first down marker.
3rd down, correction, 4th down.
So now 4th and 5 Tigers at their own 25-yard line. Marshfield likely sends in the punt team here. Segan Lingenus back in deep safety for New Richmond. Victor McTaggart again to kick for Marshfield. Good snap. And the kick away, a high kick. Langenus calls for a fair catch. The ball gets off his fingertips and rolls inside the 20-yard line. Still loose, picked up by a Marshfield player who carries it inside the 15. That was Hayden Crossing wound up with the football.
Yeah, it'll be where the ball was muffed. I don't think you can advance that.
Yeah, that's a rule a lot of fans don't understand, but you cannot really advance a muffed punt. That ball may come back to the spot where Langenus first touched it. But Marshfield may get the ball back in this situation.
Carlson with the recovery for Marshfield.
Carlson with the recovery on that ball, on that play.
That's the 3rd Tiger takeaway in this ball game. Officials are now discussing it. One issue might be whether or not Langenus actually touched the ball. He called for a fair catch, and the ball got by him. If he did touch it and Marshfield recovers, then they should have the ball where he first touched it. And the discussion is still continuing with a couple of officials. Clock down to 7:37 remaining. Marshfield trailing 42-17.
Another possibility would be, where did Carlson really recover that loose ball? If it was indeed, it was fumble. You know, because Carlson kind of was bobbling it around as he was trying to regain control of it as well. Anyway, here we go.
Marshfield ball in New Richmond 17, and Fumble to throw the ball towards the goal line, but overthrows everybody at the back end of the end zone, incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for Gordon.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 Tigers at the New Richmond 17-yard line. Marshfield now trailing 42-17, 7:30 remaining in the 4th quarter.
I now have Ethan for 4 of 8 for 72 yards. That includes the long 41-yarder in his very first varsity play.
And he stays out there at quarterback. 2nd and 10 Tigers inside the New Richmond 17-yard line. Kolstad to the far side. Larson near side. Fumble. Hands off to Carlson. Not much there. Goes straight ahead, but no gain on the play. Nothing for Hayden Carlson on the inside.
Carlson, the ball carrier. Bannon with the tackle.
And now 3rd and 10 for the Tigers at the New Richmond 17-yard line. Good crowd on hand tonight. Lots of Marshfield rooters over to watch the ball game this evening. Freshman Ethan Fumble stays in the ball game for Marshfield. He'll send Cam Kolstad to the far side. Jacob Sadowska wide near side. I backfield. Fumble under center on this play. And there's a false start, I believe. I think the Tigers center, Cooper Berry, may have had one snap count. The other Tigers had another one. Procedure call against Marshfield. Puts the ball back at the 22. 3rd and 15 for the Tigers at the New Richmond 22-yard line. Marshfield looking for a score here to stay in the ball game. They're down by 25 with 6:35 to play. Kolstad and Sadowska both to the far side. Larson wide near side. Fumble in the pistol formation on 3rd and 15. Ethan to throw the football, has time, goes towards the goal line, and the ball is caught at the back end of the end zone, but popped away from the receiver, incomplete. Incomplete pass, looking on that play for Cam Kolstad. Looks like he had the ball at the back line, but popped away from him, incomplete.
Yeah, very pretty throw against, right on the money, but it was close to the back line, and I think the receiver was trying to stay in bounds and try to catch the ball at the same time, but now another nice throw.
Well, it's now a 4th down play for Marshfield. 4th and 15 Tigers at the New Richmond 22.
I could probably hear you at home saying another nice ball, but he did not complete it, so what, Dale? The kid is showing that he's got a very good arm and a good presence back there at quarterback.
And Marshfield now taking a timeout. Marshfield timeout, their first of the second half. We have 6:15 remaining in the 4th quarter. And New Richmond leads Marshfield 42-17. And back with more football following these messages.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
Line. Fumble at quarterback. King and Kolstad on the far side. Larson wide near side. Fumble wants to pass the football. Looking, has time, rolls to the far side. Now dumps it off far sideline and caught near the goal line and in the end zone for the touchdown. That's Ben Jordan makes the catch.
Wow.
Ben Jordan goes up, makes the catch at about the 2, and backpedals to the goal line for a score.
Oh my, what a throw, what a catch.
And Marshfield now trails 42-23. 4-play, 17-yard scoring drive after that muffed punt. And Marshfield on the scoreboard once again, halfway through the 4th quarter. Fumble's first touchdown pass.
How many yards, Gene?
That was a 22-yarder.
And I forgot the receiver.
And Marshall will go for the 2-point conversion. Fumble in the pistol formation. Fades to pass, has some time. Now throws towards the back line of the end zone, but out of the end zone, incomplete pass. Now a flag is down as well.
Conversion attempt no good. There is a flag in the field.
We may have an interference call here.
Pass was intended for Jordan. Under with the defense.
Looks like a pass interference call on New Richmond. So Marshfield has another crack at that 2-point conversion. Tigers line up once again, this time from the 2. High backfield behind Fumble. He drops the snap, however. Now hands off.
Ball loose in
and
the
ball
end
gets kicked in the end zone. And a Marshfield man apparently recovers. Looks like a Marshfield man recovered the fumble in the end zone. Josh Taylor picks it up, and the Tigers do score on the 2-point play. So 6:06 remaining in regulation time. Our score now to Richmond 42 and Marshfield 25. We'll come back to New Richmond and more football action following these messages.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Fumble the ball forward into the end zone and have your teammate pick it up for a score. So maybe the ball was in the end zone. Well, I don't know.
Here's the kick by Agna.
Strange call.
Bouncing inside the 10 and grabbed at the 8-yard line. Ball taken by Lankinus of New Richmond across the 25 out to about the 27.
Langness with the return of Agna's kick.
New Richmond football at their own 27. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. And New Richmond now leads Marshfield 42-25.
Tigers will start off at their own 20.
This is the most points that these two teams have ever scored against one another. The Richmond offense back on the field. Nick Stelrecht to quarterback. Tavian Brandt stays in a tailback. After a big night from Austin Whittick. First and 10 from the 27. And Stelrecht will give to Brandt. A nice gain straight ahead out to near the 40. Stop there by Jackson Anderson.
Brandt the ball carrier.
Now Mark Brandt down right on the 40-yard line. Picks up 13 on that play. First and 10 for New Richmond at their own 40. They lead 42-25 with 5:40 to play. Stellar taking his time here. Checking that back judge for a time count. Now gets himself set from the pistol and hands off again. And Brandt to about the 41, who has hit in the backfield. Nice penetration on that play, I believe, by Aaron Agna, but spun away and carried for about 4 yards. Now the Mark Brandt back at the 41, so he actually gains just 1 on the play. Second and 9 for New Richmond at their own 41. Brandt now leaves. Ben Selman comes into play, the tailback spot. Second and 9, New Richmond at their own 41-yard line. Stelrecht will give to Selman. Cuts outside across the 45 to midfield. Down the near sideline to Marshfield 30, the 20, and push it out of bounds around the 10. Ben Selman comes in on his first run from scrimmage. brings the ball deep into Marshfield territory. He's marked out of bounds at the Tiger 8-yard line. A run of 51 yards for Selman on that play. And first and goal for New Richmond at the Marshfield 8. 4:24 to play. New Richmond leads 42-25. Now Richmond might be changing quarterbacks on this play. Handoff goes to another new man. That was Preston Hitty, now playing quarterback.
Young with the tackle. Second down.
Hitty now a quarterback for New Richmond. And Ben Hepner on that run. Ball's at the 5-yard line, second and goal from that spot. Hitty taking his time here. And he'll hand off. Run to the near side by Hepner once again. Stopped at the 3.
Brings up third down.
Gains 2 more on that play. Third and goal for New Richmond at the Marshfield 3-yard line. Sophomore Preston Hitty, 6'4" and 140. Playing quarterback now for New Richmond. Hepner stays in the backfield on third and goal from the 3. Hitty with a long count. Killing some time here. Takes the snap and runs himself towards the goal line. Gets in for the touchdown. Hitty goes 3 yards for the score. 6 play, 73-yard scoring drive for New Richmond. They're now on top 48-25. So lots of scoring in this ball game tonight. PAT try on the way. Kick is up, and it is good. I believe that's Conley Abbott on the kick.
Abbott's conversion attempt.
And the kick is good. New Richmond now leads 49-25 with 2:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break and come back with more football in just a moment.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Lead 49-25 with 2:41 remaining in regulation time. Conley Abbott kicking off for New Richmond. Sadowska and Carlson back in deep safety. Kick goes to Sadowska on the 13, coming near side of the 15, the 20, and swarmed under about the 23. Trying to get outside and couldn't get to that corner quickly enough.
With the return of Abbott's kick.
Major League Baseball action on Saturday on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees that broadcast Saturday at 11:30 on 92.3 FM WOSQ.
Marshfield will start off.
Marshfield football on their own 23. The Tigers trailing 49-25 with 2:35 left in regulation time.
I think the Brewers beat the Cubs 4-1 today, if I'm not mistaken.
Trevin Fries stays at quarterback, under center from the I formation. On first down, Carlson the tailback across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Carlson runs for 4.
Carlson, the ball carrier.
2nd and 6 Tigers at their own 27-yard line.
By my stats, Carlson needs 10 more for 100 yards.
Good night for Hayden tonight. Hayden, by the way, caught 12 passes last season and 6 against New Richmond, 3 in each ball game, the regular season game and the playoff game. 2nd and 6 Tigers at their own 27 from the I once again. And a new running back in there, that's Adrian Pieper at tailback, out to about the 32. Gains 5 on that play. 3rd and 1 Tigers at their own 32-yard line. Now with 90 seconds to play. Trevin Fries stays in the quarterback. Gavin Larson back in with a new play. And so Triton Gross will leave the ball game. Tigers faced with 3rd and 1. I backfield once again. Fries under center. And he gives to Pieper once again. Faces his way across the 31. But I'm not sure he has the first down. Stopped, I think, shy of the 32. Had to get to the 33 for the first down. So really no gain on the play. 4th and 1 Marshfield at their own 32. Tigers will go for it here. Fry stays in to play quarterback. Taylor and Pieper in the I. And Fries again to Pieper, looking for a hole off tackle, not much there. Pushed back at the 32, he won't get there. Stop shy of the first down marker. So Marshfield losing the ball on downs with just 15 seconds to play. And the New Richmond Ball Club back out there on one play. And likely the ball game will come to an end.
I don't want to call this a preseason game because this does count on the Tigers' overall season record, but certainly the Tiger coaches have a lot of information to look at here tonight.
Certainly do.
In terms of players playing different positions, there's a lot of new players out there tonight, with some with not a lot of varsity experience, so have to wait and see. There's 4 quarterbacks on this team as well, so that's kind of an interesting scenario for Coach Gadel.
Stilwell back out there to play quarterback, but the Tigers jump across the line of scrimmage as Stilwell tries to take a knee. And the officials say, we'll throw a flag, let's just go home.
Yeah, never mind.
And that play ends the ball game tonight. Our final score here at New Richmond is New Richmond 49, Marshfield 25. Back with a full repack following these messages.
High school athletics.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Game show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Here with new Richmond Tigers head football coach Reggie Larson. Coach, let's just talk about the couple weeks of practice leading into this game. So expectations versus reality, a big score on the scoreboard, but tell us about how practice led into this win today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at kind of the past 2 years that we've had, whether we like it or not, expectations are going to be on us just based on the track record of our previous guys. We talk about kind of, tempering those expectations, and, we're never never going to be the team we were last year or 2 years ago, and we're not expecting kids to, okay? We got to coach what we got. We're going to be better in some spots, maybe take a step back in others, but that's high school football. That's what everyone's going through, and I think our kids have done a really nice job of kind of balancing those expectations, but just going to practice and trying to get better each day. You know, you can't talk about, going and competing for a Big Rivers championship or, making playoff runs. You just got to go get better day by day, and I think this group has really embraced that, and they've done a really nice job with it.
Got up 14-0 early, withstood a fake punt attempt. Just tell us about your team's effort in that first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, great start. I mean, after that, there's a lot of things to, get corrected there. I thought offensively in the second half did exactly what we want to do. I think we got some special kids in the backfield when we can get the ball in their hands. We're good on the perimeter. Our quarterback is a 3-year starter for us. He makes a lot of plays. I think he's a really under-recruited kid. But yeah, going back to the first quarter, exactly what we wanted to start. And then I give a lot of credit to Marshfield. They kind of weathered it. They get the turnover, they throw the fade ball, they get the touchdown there to get themselves right back into it. So a lot of credit to those guys for doing that. I'd like to see us be a little bit sharper right away there.
We talked to Austin about his running performance today. Yeah, come on in here, come on. I'm going to talk to Austin about his running performance today, but I'll ask you about the offensive line he got to run behind.
Yeah, and we're anchored by some guys with a lot of experience back there. We got Mac Reardon and Matthew Felks, who have played 3 years of varsity football for us. We got a really stellar sophomore in Drew Gretzlock, who he's going to kind of burst onto the scene here. Carter Clays, man in the other tackle, doing a really nice job, and then we kicked down Adam Wilhelm, who's been a defensive guy for most of his career, and kind of went over there and did a really nice job. But at the same time, we got a pretty special one in the backfield, and I think he's going to open some eyes. But a lot of it's a really kind of nice balance between the offensive line opening up some really good holes, our running back having some good vision, and also our receivers on the perimeter. When you look at us bringing those big ones, the guys up front, they start it. It's those blocks on the perimeter that really can lead the 10-yard run to the big touchdown. And then we always tell our receivers, hey, you might have to block first for a good majority of it, and when it's your turn to catch the ball, you're going to go make your play when you do. Hey,
congrats on the win, and good luck going forward, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate the time. No, you're all good. We'll bring in our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Austin Wittek. Austin's coming over here. He's got ice on his calves. The rehab has already started, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got to get that going right away. I talked to Coach about the first quarter performance. So you and the offensive line really set the tone early. Tell us about that process coming in and how you and the five up front were able to get things hooked in right away.
Oh, we knew we were going to have one-on-one chances with the safeties. I missed some cuts, got it corrected, and then broke some.
Second touchdown, I want to go to the play prior to that. Got a little dinged up. You're kind of hanging around the backfield. You're working some stuff out, and then right off the left side. So tell me about your ability to bounce back and keep things going.
I just got the next play mentality. I mean, if you get tackled, you're a little dinged up. You got to go score, do what you can to win.
All right, and then you come out late in the second half. The other guys come in, they pick up right where you left off. What does that say about your team that maybe there's a little plug and play that can happen this year?
Our team just never gives up. We're always finishing through the whistle. We're just going to drive you into the dirt till get our backups in.
Yeah, all right. Microphone's yours. So we do a little something with the highlights. We got a camera sitting right up here. I'm going to have you look at that camera.
Up there?
Yep. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1, and then you say I'm Austin Wittek and I'm in the house.
Okay.
Easy enough? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Austin Wittek and I'm in the house.
There you go. We got highlights coming tomorrow of the game. That's for you. Congratulations, man. Get the calves iced up and ready to go, okay? All right, there's our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Austin Wittek. A big night tonight for Austin. A couple of touchdowns in the first half. He and that offensive line drove the New Richmond Tigers to the win here tonight. They finish it off in the end, 49-25. Your final score. This has been the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. My name's Jason Zaleski. Dan Ross is over there. Trevor and Ryan in the trailer making it all happen. 9 more games on Zaleski Sports tomorrow. We'll see you then.